This is not a funeral.
Hey,
It's
what's
not
up?
a funeral. No, it's not.
No.
But
no.
we are gathered
D&D.
here today to honor and to have fun on the natural 30s.
Wait, you want us to be honored? Hang on. Worship? Cult?
Are we not?
Is this a cult?
No, we're honored.
Is this a
We're
cult?
honored
I've always wanted to be part of a cult.
here.
Cult.
It's a cult!
Why does
I
it
don't know
always
about you,
devolve
but
This
into
was not
cultism?
planned. No.
I
Also,
was
thank
just
you.
being honored.
We don't plan things.
I just want to point out that we got a hype train going.
We got
Oh,
what?
shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Aw,
go.
thanks for the hype,
Hi,
folks.
everybody. Welcome in. We're
Hi.
gonna dish out some cool, really super quick introductions, everyone. Hi, I'm Joseph Poser, the dungeon mistress who run this game, and I'm joined today by we forgot to set an order this Sunday.
Me, pick me.
Cuddly
Yes.
Raptor.
Hi, I'm Cuddly
you in the black
Raptor.
shirt.
Me in black shirt. Yes. Yeah, I play Morel. She doesn't have a last name yet. And she's a grumpy sorceress. I'm gonna give it over to the guy in the black shirt with a beard. Rohan.
I look around like
I
all
had
got
to
beards.
think
Like,
I was straight looking down at Roji for a second.
And also, you pointed up to Darcy as well.
I was just
Laura.
pointing
Needed
Oh my
5
God.
gifted subs.
Oh,
10
what the hell?
gifted.
To us.
Oh my
That's a total
gosh.
of 10.
Laura.
Oh, thank you so much
How
for
are
the
you
gift.
doing?
Well, you can't do
Um,
this.
Yeah, I guess, hi, I'm Roju, aka Participation Award, and I'm playing Forrest Barkley, our Goliath Paladin boy. Keep going
Okay,
this
time
way
for
to
the top bunk.
Oh, you're pointing up? That
Yeah.
is me. I'm Wettest Orb, or Orby as people know me. I play Trish Motherborn, who is the Amethyst Dragonborn bard who reads books to try and gain the knowledge of the world. And really,
Books.
she just opens her mouth and puts her foot in it, and everyone gets in trouble. Over to the pain in the ass.
That's
Oh, me again.
No, wait. Wait. We can't wait. We could be a pain in both ass cheeks.
Oh no.
But I think the main, the one that I was actually referring to was me, Aussie
Oh, I
Devro.
see, I
I
see.
play our lovable Tinker Slobbersnout, our Kobold Artificer, who is, probably not super thrilled that a whole bunch of his gear's been damaged. But he'll get over it. He'll get over it. He'll fix it. He'll improve it. He'll make it stronger, faster.
I did make
more
sure he
eviler
protected his backpack.
Wait, what?
It's
I
true.
did make sure he protected his backpack.
Excellent. That's very
Yeah, yeah.
important. Yeah. That's his cannon.
we can
Because for
repair
those of
him.
you who don't
We have the
remember,
technology.
we were in Aussie down last week, and then Orby ran off. He got angry. He didn't want to be here. We spent all week trying to
Wow.
convince him to stay.
Yeah.
Wow, throw him under the bus for a power outage.
Yeah.
No,
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Literally half the
he pulled the
town.
plug on his internet. He's like, no.
But
it's
instead,
fine.
they both did cool things. Tinker killed a rust monster with his acid. Trish finally hit something with her gun. I tried to have
Point
Trish
blank.
back away before shooting,
No.
but the party overruled
like,
and
no,
said
that's-
she gotta fire in
That's not
melee.
that's off-brand.
she needs to be point blank. Like she needs to show them who's boss. That's what she would do.
I mean, it is a satisfier, and you want that satisfaction.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's right.
Exactly.
No one
Who-
else sees it coming. Then
Who
it
is
comes.
the saddest?
What? Yeah, finish
Phrasing.
the sentence. Finish the sentence.
Who's the satisfier satisfying? The enemy or Trish? That's the real question.
So
You'll have
far,
to
it's
say
like
travel.
2 to 1, I think.
2 to 1. Those are not great odds.
Oh, but hey, it is time. Shall I?
It is time.
Shall I
Oh
do the
shit, we're
thing?
late. Road, you rolled a crit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was wild. The surprise edition of the Fairy Fair playing at the main stage. A once-in-a-lifetime happening. Everyone thought they died last year during the Sonic Boom set. Said at a music festival in the Wonderwoods.
Bro, that was wild!
Oh, yeah.
Dude, did you catch that set? Oh!
Oh my
Oh,
god.
totally, dude.
Last week, the party entered the higher mountains, trying to track down Dumand von Hansen as part of their community service in the city of Hague. They very quickly found some tracks, some traces, an old supply drop point that Forrest pointed out. With the help of the group, they found the traces. They went into the mountains, following the path that was laid before them, with Mirel leading the charge. They kept walking. They did run into a group of monsters that seemed to have the capability of chewing through metal. Most of them were very interested in Trish's gun, but she managed to keep it away from them, being taller than they are. And eventually, with a spectacular flourish, Mirel and Forrest cleared out the pack of monsters. Keeping on the road, they didn't find much of interest. They sat down to rest for the night. During the night, the wind picked up. And the next day, when they thought the dust, the sand of the mountain, the harsh winds would stop them, they found fresh tracks. Having managed to caught up to what they suspect may be Dumand. They find a cave entrance, and just outside, as if a hand dipped in oil and smeared along the stone wall, and then dried into crystals. That's where we come back for today.
How very strange.
Yeah. Tinker would like to go up to these crystals and start tapping on it with his claw.
Okay, you tap on it. It's you tap it. It's very hard.
Tinker chose to bite one.
It goes to bite one.
Tommy chips.
It's very hard. And it's not like protruding crystals. It's more like a layer of crystal, almost like the liquid has just hardened into crystal. So if you want to bite it, it's more like trying to bite a little outcropping on a wall.
He kind of like rubs his like mouth. He's like just trying to like.
You'd
You
probably
bring it.
you'd probably just want to
You're
lick it,
licking
I
it,
imagine.
aren't you?
Yeah.
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 Okay, well, Mirel was gonna check it for magic, but now she's not so sure.
I'm back, baby.
She will kind of go forward, and then she'll kind of see what you're doing, and she'll be like,
I don't think it's poisonous.
Tinker, why don't you take a step back? I'll use a bit of earth tremor on it, see if it dislodges it.
Oh, fancy. All right, fine.
What?
Nothing- My tongue hasn't failed me yet, but to identify anything. But okay, fine. We can.
And yeah, Trish is gonna do a first level spell of earth tremor.
Okay. You walk up and you focus your magic. How do you cast Earth Tremor?
And what does
No,
it do?
like-
Normally,
out.
hands on the ground.
Okay, yeah.
So, I guess because she's trying to like dislodge it from where it is, she would probably put her hands around the crystal.
Okay.
As the,
Yeah. And just maybe your hand starts vibrating really quickly, and there's like starts shaking, cracks form in the rock. And you do see that it dislodges, almost like a scab off of skin. It just like the whole thing just falls off. Takes a bit of the rock with it, just like clatters to the ground. Still one almost solid piece. Parts of it break off.
Trish dusts her hands off. Oh, there you go, Tinker. It's all yours to look at now. It's away from the wall.
Morel is like, they definitely know that we are here.
It wasn't
At
very
this point.
subtle, Trish.
I mean, earthquakes could happen at any moment, any time, could they not?
Not really.
No, not at all.
Not like that.
Put the crystal formation into the bag of holding.
Oh, also, you may or may not be aware, but Tinker has a rust monster tendril.
I did.
In a
I
jar.
did tell him.
Excellent.
I've been
I made a
told.
note of it for myself, so
Thank
I couldn't
you.
tell you.
It's just what he would have done, really.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We were like, what can he take? All right, there's that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hold on, the in-game timer is broken.
I also want to note that Tinker, since he was probably a little bit more muted over the last session, he has made one of the pockets in his backpack literally the most cushiest, impenetrable pocket that he possibly could, and that is the one the battle bug egg is in. So
All right. Do you
He's
wanna decide which battle bug egg you
oh, that's
Oh,
right,
shit.
I'm excited.
We could
Yes,
finally get to
please.
know.
Been waiting 2 weeks for this.
I've also been waiting 2 weeks for this.
Yeah, but not like I have.
Sure.
Yeah, we're the invested ones here. Not
I
you.
need to know. I'm so invested.
pick? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I was
Yeah,
sick
how
last
could you?
How could you?
How
just,
could you?
Just how could you do
Imagine
this?
getting sick when we were trying to figure out battle bugs.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Talk. It was a great night.
Yeah.
Let me double check something real quick.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he-
So one egg looks almost like a tiny. The only way to put it is like a small. Fits in the palm like a rice grain sized little bottle. It looks like it's like a thick bottle with a cap on it. Was one of the eggs.
Okay.
Another
alright.
egg was similarly pretty small and just had a yellowish green color, and it was just
Ooh.
very, very tiny.
Ooh, yeah, yep.
And hold on, I gotta try to remember what the last one is. The last one is also very, very small, circular, but almost looks see-through.
So the first one was the smallest, though, right?
I do. No, the last one is the smallest.
one's the
It looks
smallest, okay.
almost see-through and with a little black dot in it.
Okay, see the yellowy green one. Because like.
Because you want a Weedle, be honest with us.
You can make a nature check if you think Tinker would be able to figure out what it might grow into.
I think Tinker would have, in the moment, done a super quick, like he would have racked his brain. So I'm going to roll that nature check. Rolled a 7.
A 7. Which one would that 7 go towards?
The one with the little, like the yellowy green one. The yellowy green.
Yellowy green one. It looks unimpressive and small.
Oh, you have to now. It's so
It just it looks basically, like an airsoft bullet.
Look, okay. It's not about strong Pokemon or weak Pokemon. It's about using the ones you love.
You tell him.
Okay.
You tell him.
Okay.
To hear that he's the small little guy who's unimpressive.
He's
Okay.
impressive.
Do you want to make nature checks for the others as well?
Oh, I don't because it's gonna make it harder, but I will.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, so this is the little.
The next
bottle
one is for the the little bottle-looking thing.
22.
22. You know this one.
Oh, I know this one.
This one will become a long-legged, possibly capable of flight stick bug.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I will play that music through Foundry somehow every time I.
No.
Okay. Last one.
17.
17. You look at this one. This is tiny. Like, if it wasn't in a little case, you wouldn't be able to find it. This one will get lost so easy until it hatches. Then no one can mistake its pungent odor as a stink bug.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I want all three.
I know you want all three.
You can only have one.
Oh,
Stick bug is stink bug or unknown bug.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, a stick bug is a great meme. Amazing meme.
10 out of 10 meme. Yeah.
10 out of 10 meme.
Yeah, especially if you were in the last one shot over at Natural 30s.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Dang.
I think if I have to go between one that has been described to me as unimpressive to take that one through to being a champion, I feel like that's the story that Tinker can see that story so clearly in front of him. But a stink bug. Oh, it's right up his alley. You know what?
Roll for it.
Roll for it.
What are you rolling?
We're going the small, unimpressive thing.
Okay.
Yes,
I
really
have
wanna know
I have
this.
a question. I have a question, and since we haven't gotten since we're talking above the table flashback stuff right now, I'm gonna ask the cast, my friends, and the audience. Do I tell him what it is, or do we leave it a secret?
When it hatches, right?
Yeah.
Tinker tried to identify it. He couldn't identify it, so
Yeah.
it's a surprise. No, I don't
It's a
want it.
surprise.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
I don't want it.
Okay.
I want to add that stick bug eggs do look surprisingly like bottles.
They do. They do.
Did her research. I'm
there
just
you
saying.
go. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I didn't know.
All right, I'm now amending the description of Battlebug egg to also say Battlebug egg, small, unimpressive,
No.
It was green and yellow, right?
future
No.
champion.
Yeah. That's honestly yes.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Also, that's
Just-
the only
it's
one you
just a
didn't
future
identify.
game.
That's perfect. Like now you get the miss. You get them all.
Yep.
We really get to have everything.
We do. All right. But yes, he's made this like perfect little pouch in his backpack for it, so it's safe.
Yeah, and you
contained.
did get like almost like a little like tin of mints sized thing with some little stuff in it where the egg was laying.
Yeah, he's
It's
just
got a
he wants-
protective case.
yeah, super protective. Oh yeah, he's contained. But yes, he's also Tinker has going back to current time. Tinker has put the rock formation, or the crystal formation, into his bag of holding.
I will let you know the little unassuming looking thing is about 3 millimeters
That's
in size.
I love it. I love it.
It's
Very
teeny
cool.
tiny.
Tiny.
It's going to be a very hungry caterpillar, is what I'm saying.
Hungry as-
Imagine.
If we get a Butterfree, I cannot do bye Butterfree. All right, we cannot.
We're not doing it. No. It's not happening.
No.
Well, only one way to find out. Anywho, Tinker has stuffed this crystalline scab, almost handprint formed, into his bag of holding.
Yep. Yes, he has. Done.
All right.
I suppose that is where we need to go then.
Look,
And Morel gestures in.
whoever is in there, they'll know we're here now. Hopefully they'll be friendly, but just stay behind me in case, alright? And then I'm gonna slowly start making my way into the cave.
Making my way. Yes.
Making my way into the cave. Walking slow.
Forrest starts walking in. What does Tinker do?
Tinker's second.
Take a second.
How dark is it?
It's I mean, the sky is pretty clear. You've got a sun that might be setting within an hour or so. So it's.
I guess
you've got some light.
Is the light
There's
coming in at
also-
the right direction? Because that might actually help us.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Beautiful. So
look
we'd get
at
a pretty low angle light into the cave then.
Yeah, it's the sun is almost currently, like right now, almost perfectly like shining into this cave entrance.
Beautiful.
And you can see on the ground as you're coming around the corner towards the entrance, these almost like specks, like something has dropped flat little pieces of crystal on the ground, heading down.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
This is a little bit odd. Have I ever seen anything bleed crystal before?
Make a. What would it be? I'm gonna say history, religion, culture, or nature check.
God,
Can I do an
all
Arcana
these-
check?
All these int skills. Oh my gosh.
Or
You can make an Arcana check. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just going to roll
Can Tinker
nature.
make a taste check?
Can I roll? For...
Nah.
Oh my god, that
8.
was horrendous.
Not great.
Right, getting those terrible rolls out first thing in the night.
Yep. I mean, just get him out of the way. Just get him done.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if there was any magic attached to it, but obviously we don't know.
It's when having detect magic comes in use.
You know, it
Could
is
be.
on Tinker's spell list. I could get that.
So you head in. Forrest, you've never seen anything like this before. And you've seen many strange things during the time you spent in the Wandering Woods.
Mhm.
Even before then, you saw great, wondrous, and strange things. Mirel? Doesn't look like anything you've really stumbled upon. Doesn't feel magical. But it is odd. Was Tinker gonna do a taste check?
Well, he's just kind of like rubbing his tongue around his gums because he did kind of wipe his mouth all over it before.
Make a survival check.
Oh, let's go.
Or a
Blah, blah, blah.
perception check, your choice.
I mean, I wasn't actually going for it, but you know what? We'll take that. We'll do a perception.
I'll even allow investigation.
That's okay. It's all right.
You look-
Clearly didn't get enough.
You like rub your tongue against your gums. You smack a couple of times. Then you remember that your taste buds are pretty much scorched.
Yeah. He's. Yeah.
Sorry.
Can't
That-
take it.
Sorry.
He can't really taste anything.
No. It's more of a if it burns more than the usual burning, then it's normally poisonous or bad. You know, that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
the indicator. Yeah.
Cudley has a theory.
Cuddly has a
Go.
theory. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
my-
We love it.
But yeah,
I
I suppose we're
think,
riding confidently into the cave. Is that what we're doing?
I think this might call for a little bit of stealth.
I will also note that your acidic saliva did nothing to the crystal.
What?
I imagine it would react much like glass.
Yeah,
Right.
No, that makes sense. Does Forest call for stealth? Is that
Well, seeing that there's like crystal sort of droplets along the way.
Yeah, there's also like another smudge on the wall, as if something's dragged, and there's like almost as if whatever this crystal is was once liquid. There's like a mark, almost like someone's dragged a hand
That's
along
kinda
the wall, and
that's
it's
the
just
impression
run
it's
a
giving
little
me,
bit.
yeah.
yeah?
So yeah, being unusual, not what we're expecting. Sort of like Forrest kind of like looks back at the others and sort of just gives a like get down, sort of keep low, and like he assumes a creeping posture.
Trish follows suit, but also notes Tinker. You could probably just stand.
Yeah. Tinker was just going to look around, look at everyone, sort of get close to his level, and just keep walking normally. But he is going to do a stealth check.
Yeah, everyone, feel free to roll stealth.
Please.
I don't want to be the one to mess
That's
this
all right.
up.
18.
Oh,
I'm gonna be the one to mess this up.
That armor oil coming in clutch.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Oh my god, you weren't alone in messing it up, Mirel.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's,
thank goodness. Good. Yeah.
You all
didn't
start
remember.
walking down, and ironically enough, Forrest is the most quiet one. He's moving with knowledge. Like, he's aware of where he's putting his feet. He's aware of the movement of his armor. Like, there's a couple of times where he puts his foot down and then almost puts it back up and puts it somewhere else, like he's testing the ground. He's giving off the air of someone who's done this before, someone who's used to walking quietly.
A hunter must
Whereas,
hunt.
yeah, a hunter must hunt. Tinker walking normally, just stepping on in, isn't making much sound at all. Like, you've strapped down anything loose on your backpack. You also have the winds in, like, almost like you're in a wind tunnel a little bit. There's a cushioning of the wind. Like, it's not blowing past all of you. It's more like swirling around you, letting you know that there's nowhere for the wind to go. It's like it's colliding with whatever air is in this cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trish and Mirel just immediately collide into each other. Just one of them stops to try and mimic Forrest, and the other one was not paying attention. They just walk into each other.
yeah.
Hearing this, Tinker turns around and goes, "Shh."
And then you hear a voice coming from inside the cabin. Don't come in here. Please, don't come in here. It's not safe.
Are you all right?
It's not safe. Please. Please.
It's okay. We're friends. What's not safe?
It's not safe around me. Please.
What's wrong?
Just go away.
We're not going anywhere. What's wrong?
Just please leave.
Chris can't see them.
No, it's you haven't fully gotten into any open area. You can hear like how the way your voice is carried. There's definitely somewhere open, but you can't see them right now.
I'm gonna still
they're
move
close.
forward cautiously.
Okay. You move forward. Whoever they are, they're not reacting to your movements, Forrest.
Merle's gonna call out again. And say, if you tell us what is wrong, maybe we can help you.
Does anyone have a hammer? Are you strong?
Yes,
I'm
I do have a
strong.
hammer.
Okay, give me a moment. And you hear something moving around, clattering. You hear like this scraping of rocks and something else. You definitely hear like a grinding sound. And then the voice says, "Okay, come on, come in. Just be careful. And if anything happens, I'm very sorry."
Tinker has pulled out the hammer out of his backpack.
Yep.
He was asked for a hammer. He's got a hammer.
We continue on. Yep.
Yep.
Can we see when we get there?
Yeah, you get a little bit further in and you see more of these crystalline bits on the ground and even on the surfaces of nearby rocks and outcroppings. And just a little bit further in, close to the wall, sitting on their knees, back towards you with a left arm stiff and encased in almost like a crystalline second skin, is just holding the arm on top of a somewhat flat stone.
That
Please.
looks like it hurts.
Does he match the description otherwise of Dumand?
Yeah. You don't have like a full view of this person. Their back is towards you. But you see worn clothes. You see that like a slightly longer ears of someone who is lunarkin or mixed.
Right.
Also, this seems young. Like the way what you can see of their physique doesn't look like someone who's necessarily had the time to really have their body reflect a profession.
Morel would like to cast light and just say, do not be scared. I'm just going to give us more light.
All right. And you see this shimmering blue light that Mirel summons forth reflects on all of the crystalline surfaces. It refracts on the skin of this individual's arm. And there's even parts now you see there's side of the left cheek. This person tries to turn around and then catches themselves. It almost looks like barnacle growths on like a crustacean or a ship, but it's on the side of their face.
Can I make a history check?
Sure can.
Or something like that, you know. Oh, no, a 13.
13. This individual has been moonstruck.
Josie, that's right. Sorry.
Whoa.
That was I was right. That's what I thought for those at
That
home.
was a affirmation of somebody's
As an
theory.
affirmation of Chadley's theory, Morel says, did you look at it too long?
I was trying to find shelter. I barely got in here before it would have completely taken me.
Oh, so you know what this is, Morel?
I also ask that if when night comes, you should all leave, unless you can find a way to immobilize me. You should all leave.
Do I know anything about this? I don't know if Forrest does.
No, because you rolled. You can make a history check. Actually, you can make a history check. It's one thing seeing this on an individual rather than trying to identify the crystals.
19?
19. You've not seen it, most likely, like this. You would have heard stories with the wandering wardens, and you would probably have seen, at least once, among the undergrowth in the wandering woods, crystal statues of Lunarkin.
And yeah, Morel will, in reference to oh my god, what is your character's name? Tinker. There we go. Tinker's question. I'm losing it. That's you. She'll go, I have heard of it. If you gaze at the moon too long, you can get like this. And under direct moonlight, it can spread.
Oh, you'd think something like anyone or just certain persuasions.
If it's encroaching, it can be contagious. Right now, it probably won't. Probably.
Oh, probably's good odds.
But I do not know how to help you.
Oh, I'm sure we can figure something out. And
That's why I'm wondering, do you have a hammer?
Oh,
Is
I've got a
someone
hammer.
Oh,
Would you be Would you try crushing the shell on my arm?
Is it just on the outside or is it the whole thing?
I don't know.
oh no.
But you can see the entire hand It's stuck in a singular position. The elbow seems locked and it's encroached up. And you can see it's almost like it's caught parts of their sleeve in it as well. That's now stuck and inside this crystal.
Tinker flips the handle, flips the hammer, so that he's now holding the head, and offers the handle to Forrest, and goes,
Well, either two things will happen. Either we'll shatter the crystal, in which case his situation gets no better or worse, or we take the crystals off his arm and his situation gets better.
All right. Given that I don't know a lot about, and it seems like no one knows a lot about this, I would like to try and lay on hands to cure disease or neutralize poison. So it'll cost me 5 HP, but I'd like to try and remove disease and poison.
You put your hand out. As soon as you make contact, the body flinches. Nothing happens.
I don't know what this is, but I can... If you think this is the answer, he says, holding up the hammer, I can give it a crack.
I don't know, but I'm desperate. I would rather lose my arm than get stuck like this.
Aye, fair enough. Let me see if there's anything else I can do to help.
I was thinking maybe putting them to sleep first.
They are lunarkin.
Oh.
It might not work. It's got a
You
chance of not
can't
working.
magically put them to sleep.
Also, remember, sleep is dependent on how much health they have. So obviously, the healthier they are,
Oh yeah.
the harder it is to put them to sleep.
Who's saying
Now
they're very
that-
healthy right now?
All
now
right.
that I know it's moonstruck,
Yeah.
would it be like a medicine check to see like if I've ever heard of reversing it? Because I don't think I've ever
Sure.
run into
Yeah,
it.
make a medicine check.
Okay.
But we have to do something. It's almost night.
And yeah, while they're doing that, I'm just going to be
Okay, it's just a 7.
sort of like figuring out where the best place to strike is, and
Yeah.
Surely, Tinker would be able to guide that and sort of say,
Oh, if you hit here, you'll free the elbow and you have a little bit more movement.
Yeah, I'll give advantage to any check to try and break this or to hit it.
Trish is gonna start trying to go through her many books to see if she knows anything about it.
Make a history check.
Good old 19.
Oh, you
Good old 19.
"Here's a book on Lunakin I was reading last night."
Just save the day.
an old treatise on curing moonstruck.
Don't hit it with a hammer. Big text at the first page. Don't put it in bags of holding.
Oh,
With a
God,
19, you feel like you've heard something about this. Like you're like, oh, I've read something. Definitely, I've read something. And you start going through your books, and you find one that's called just what would we call it? The Documented History of the Gold Post. And there is a section in it that describes on the island Goldflow, as part of the faction called Goblin Kings, one individual, a Lunarkin named Savalin, with crystal eyes, claims that the Goblin Kings saved her after she was completely moonstruck. It doesn't tell you any cure. With a 19 in this situation, I'm simply giving you the clue that there is claims of a cure.
So Trish like pulls out the book that she read it, and she goes straight up to Forrest and goes, "I'll read this part." And as she's like doing that, she goes, "Morel."
All right.
It says something about a Goblin King.
Oh, if a goblin can figure it out, we can figure it out.
But we do not have a goblin king.
They have to be full engulfed, though. That's how the story goes.
Look, we can stand
You're
around
saying
here.
you're saying I have to let this thing completely
No.
take me?
We've got the hammer. Let's just give it a go. If we stand around here talking, it'll get worse.
I don't know. I feel like the hammer was shadow it, and then shadow whatever
We saw
it's
outside,
attached to.
Trish, that it was just a light covering on the outside, right?
Yes, but
Well, Trish, if it can turn the rock to crystal, there's no reason it can turn us to crystal and anything else. So it's probably best if we can take it off. If that stops it, then that seems
I
like
could
a good
try
idea.
use my mage hand to just pull it off.
Is it strong enough for that?
I don't know. I've never tried to pick it up, use it with weight or anything like that. I know I tried 5 pounds and it did 5 pounds, but I've never tried anything that's 10 or 20 or 25. So
I think Forrest is a fair bit stronger than a mage hand.
I hope so.
but what if it's lightly on there? Like you said, we might be able to just pull it off.
Oh, I've tried that.
There you
Didn't
go.
work.
Well,
I say hit it.
All right.
look, let's try.
Has anyone got a bit of cloth or something?
Oh, I'm sure I've got something. And Tinker literally
have
tears
so
off
much
part of
stuff.
his clothing. There we go.
Just to act as a barrier between his hand and the crystal?
Trish pushes her silk cloth down closer in her bag. Not wanting to get
I
that.
want to note the piece of cloth that Tinker holds, Forrest, is like literally it covers like one of your fingers. It's not even like it's
It's Band-Aid size.
it's a band. It's
Man.
Thanks.
At least I can do.
Quite literally.
and he does not step away. Tinker is staring quite close. He wants to see this happen.
Give me a bit of room, Tinker. I need to swing.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. And I'm gonna.
Wait. But before you do,
Mhm.
does anyone have any alcohol?
I have this, and I have a cut healing potion that I can pull out of my bag. For after.
Thank you.
I've got this
Okay.
for right now. I'm just gonna give him like an end of my rope to bite on.
And he takes it with his right hand, and you can see there's like parts of the palm that has like crystal growth on it, and like a few scatterings on his arm. He takes the rope and he just a bit of it in his mouth to bite down, and then he squeezes it as well as much as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right. I'll
wait!
try
Before Forrest
Oh.
does that, hold on. I know I'm stopping you. No, I'm so sorry.
What is?
No, I don't. No, it's not going to do what I want it to do.
It's like Morel's like, wait, no.
No. I'm sorry. I thought I could like. No, I forgot that he can't. Yeah,
Unless
we're all good.
Unless maybe.
No. It just blinds them. It doesn't do anything else. Muriel will go to the other side, like to the opposite side of the hammer, and just say,
and as you do, he says, "Don't, please, stay on behind me."
"All right, just breathe."
And you do catch a glimpse of his face, and there's like streaks of crystal down his cheeks, and his eyes are like polished spheres of diamond.
I think he's too far gone.
All right. You ready?
I will say with the rolls, well, you know that eyes are the first thing that goes.
The eyes
Make
are the
an
first
attack
thing that
roll.
go. Okay.
Okay.
And
Roll
you
for an attack with
said
hammer.
you said with advantage for this one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Tinker has
Advantage,
pointed
yes.
out the best spot to smack.
Or there's a natural 20 if I ever seen one.
Oh shit! Roll
I'm kind
damage.
of worried about this.
The whole man shatters.
I'd
I don't know.
I'd also like to, not necessarily for extra damage, but I'm gonna use Strike of the Giant Stone Strike because that feels
Also
fitting.
force damage. Yeah.
Yeah, well, force damage, but also because it's a stone strike. You know, it's for
Yeah.
It's
You are striking stone.
it's thematic. Yeah, so I'm gonna use Stone Strike as well.
Maybe
yeah.
the ripples of force could like destabilize some of the other crystal on him or something like that.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
So I don't know why that didn't. Did that actually roll crit damage? I don't think it did.
No, it did not. That was
just-
also the fang where you're hitting with a hammer.
Yeah, shit, my bad. What's the What's
The
hammer
I
damage
would
then?
say is like just an improvised weapon because it's not actually a hammer that's a weapon.
I'll say
it's a-
D6.
D6? All right, well, I'll roll 2d6 then.
Yep.
So it's 5 plus strength, so 8. And
Well, it's
then-
also crit, so it's 10 plus strength.
Oh, no, I rolled 2d6.
Oh, true. Okay. And then you have
But I get
Stone Strike.
2d6 on Stone Strike. Because it's crit as well.
Okay. Yep.
So that's another
You want a Divine
5
Smite?
force.
Smite the rocks.
Um,
Do you want to smite the
does
crystal?
it look like it's gonna, as I'm bringing it down, does it look like it's enough force?
Oh, I would say as you come down, as you make like at the point of impact, even with this extra force behind it, doesn't feel like it's gonna be enough.
Okay, well then he's gonna brace and channel a smite into it as well. Then, where's the smite damage? Oh, it's just 1d8, isn't it? Oh no, 2d8.
2d8.
So it means it's 4d8.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Critio. Oh my god, I don't like seeing those ones on the rolls though. 13.
13.
13 thunder.
The hammer comes down. Bang! At first, it doesn't look like anything's gonna happen, and then there's a cacophony, like there's a rumble coming through, almost like a second impact, and it just shakes almost the entire cave. The sound is echoing through, and you see a single crack in the arm.
Oh my god.
Whew. That's tough. Can I
The
use
cracked
like?
spider webs,
Oh, yep.
Oh!
but it doesn't break.
Does it happen to be a claw hammer? Has it got like the little claw on the back? Can I try and like lever?
No. Tinker holds up and he goes, No, I've got something else for this. And he dives back into the bag of holding and he pulls out a crowbar.
Ah. All right.
Swaps the
Okay.
hammer for the crowbar.
I mean, sure.
Less familiar with this one. You just stick it in there and.
You just slam it in, and then we brace on this side, and we just.
While you see the cracks, there's not enough room to get.
Oh, more like
The edge
hairline
shape.
kind of fracture.
Yeah, like they've
right.
spider webbed out, but they even moving the crowbar over them, you don't feel any like any texture to it.
No, well, I'm out of ideas.
That's all right. I'm going to hand him the hammer back, and I'm going to draw Fang, and I'm going to try and line up the edge of it with the crack, and try and use that as like a focal point to drive down on with an edge.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Do I still get advantage with this one?
Is Tinker still helping?
Is Tinker still helping? That's a good question. Yeah, I'd say he's still helping.
I mean, he is right there.
He's right there.
He puts the crowbar back and he's trying to look at it, he's trying to figure out, like, is there another way, like, maybe he could get some, like, drip some acid into the crack, and then he's like, no, that'll just burn whatever's underneath, and that won't.
Make an investigation check.
If you got any better ideas.
21.
That's a pretty good.
Ooh, that's pretty
21.
good.
You look over it and you see that the cracks are actually where Dumand's hand make contact with the crystal on the inside. And you swear you see what looks like a little air bubble.
Mm.
And then just something moves. And the little spiderweb hairline cracks start mending themselves.
Okay, hold on. So Tinker could see the skin underneath.
Yeah,
then-
you can see through it. It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
breaking line of sight because of
Yep.
like it's refracting light.
Yeah.
But you do see that there's something, and from where you saw that air bubble,
Hmm.
it's almost like the cracks are being filled in, like they're disappearing.
Right.
So not waste any time and strike again quicker rather than yes.
Yep, I reckon.
You think that Forrest would have to dish out similar amounts of damage several times to break through.
Does it from? I want to help. I want to dish out too. I want to add to Forrest's thing. Does it look
Okay.
like lightning would do any help?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Mirel knows enough to realize that lightning is utterly useless in this
Yeah,
situation.
that's fair. Oh, and I can't control what Chaos Bolt is going to be, so maybe that's not the best. You know what? We're just gonna let him dish out that damage then. Yep.
But does Tinker relay any of this information to Forrest?
Yes. Yeah, Tinker would. I'm
Yeah,
just
and
sort
you
of-
do get advantage.
Yeah. Tinker would relay this information, and you sort of say nonchalantly,
Well, if this doesn't work, I'll just hit it with a cannon.
Oh, right. So I've got to hit it faster than it's mending then. All right.
Yes.
And then... Here we go.
Well, Forrest strikes it again. What is Trish doing? You can see Dumand is
24.
just like sitting there, and 24
Also, I'm
hits,
gonna be two-handing it now that I know that this is
two-handing.
what's-
Yeah. You put the
what's
shield
happening.
away.
Yep. We don't need shields for this.
In her mind, as much as she's not a murderer, is thinking the best way to solve this is to probably put them out of their misery. But she's just gone through books, trying to find anything she can. But in her mind, she thinks the only way we can truly save him at this point in time is to take him away from the sleep forever.
Let's see. I'm gonna because I've got
yeah.
I've got the three
While you're-
slots. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use a smite on this one, but I'm not gonna
Okay.
use stone strike on this one.
Okay.
So that's 10 thunder damage.
10 thunder damage. You strike again, and the cracks start like they fill out
And it was
just a little bit more.
and it was 7 slashing as well. From the actual
I will let you know that the actual impact of Fang did nothing.
Oh. As opposed to the hammer.
No, the hammer also did nothing.
Oh.
Was the thunder?
Thunder
So-
used to... Okay, does Tinker realize this with the second strike?
Well,
let
Forrest
me-
will-
you know, I'm
can
gonna
probably say as
double
much.
check. I don't want to be
Well,
called
so
a liar,
thunder
so I'm
can
gonna
do
bring
things
up.
that
You're a
lightning
liar!
can't do.
Because
Yeah, because
we're
thunder
talking
is.
thunder.
It's very different.
No.
Because Tinker has something for that, and he
Thunder.
might just jump in to do it.
Do it. Do it.
The thunder, lightning and the thunder.
let me double check this thing real quick. Yeah, no, it was only the thunder and force damage went through.
So both the blunt and the striking
Yeah.
didn't do anything. All right.
Okay.
Given that, I'm gonna say this didn't work neither. Anyone's got a more pointy thing?
Pointy thing as Trish sort of pulls out a rapier.
Do you mind if I-
Daggers.
Do you mind if I try that? I'm sort of holding his hand out for the rapier.
I mean, if you want to, just don't break it.
I'll try.
Again, Tinker would see that it's less the impact and more the aftershock, whatever that aftershock is.
Yeah.
That's causing damage.
It's more the energy than the types of implements so far. That's why he's trying the next one.
Yeah.
Can
Sorry.
Oh, you go.
Trish sort of after passes over the rapier and goes, "What if I use my breath weapon, like my breath on it, like my dragon breath, and I'll just point it at."
You can see as you say that, Dumand almost looks back, like, and then keeps his face forward.
like obviously I might aim for the arm, but just the
You
rock.
are a dragon?
I will,
She's a very small one. Very, very small. Tiny, in
Not
fact.
small, I think.
You're tinier than me.
Yeah, but I'm not a dragon.
Well,
While they're arguing, I'm gonna
Like-
bring the rapier down and try and do a poke.
Are you doing this as a damage type test, or are you putting
Damage type
extra
test.
force? Okay, nothing happens.
Okay. Thank you, Trish. It's not this either.
Oh, okay. Would you like me to try my breath weapon?
If you think you can do it without hurting the rest of them, sure.
So, like, Trish sort of gets up and sort of positions her face so close, but also directing it away from the
Yeah.
where Forrest has been hitting, and excuse me,
And as you go to position yourself, Dumand says, "It's fine. I appreciate the effort," and just like removes the arm from the stone and looks at it. I
Oh, but
I
have
really
some
appreciate the
guidance.
effort. I understand, but it's
Put that back. We're not done yet.
let us try this one last thing.
Mirelle's gonna go look.
I feel like you're wasting your time on me.
It's our time to waste.
But
Do it.
we're strangers.
Put your
I assume
hand down
you're
there.
just walking by. Don't you have places to be?
Are you
Oh,
Dumond?
no, we're in the exact place we do need to be.
You're Dumond von Helsen?
Yes.
this is
How
exactly
do you know
you.
my name?
Because we're
Help
looking
me.
for you. Now put your arm down.
No, and like sort of like holds the arm closer. Why are you looking for me?
Well,
Who
to
sent
bring
you?
you back to the city.
A good friend Harold asked us to look for you.
Harold Manson?
That's right.
No, I can't go back.
I'm not saying go back. I'm saying put your arm on the thing.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, let's go.
I want to help that. I want to help if I can. So you've said put your arm on the thing, and Mirelle, who is trying to keep an eye on the sky as well, just to make sure they're not there after dark, because she knows. She's
The
gonna
sun
say-
is starting to set.
It
Like
is
you've got like an hour tops.
an hour. Yeah. Okay. She is going to say, "Look, Dumond, we do not have to talk about that right now. Right now, the most important thing is that we get this off of you."
I can see that you made cracks, but I don't feel any different.
So, to help with that, Chris goes, "You were wondering about a dragon," and she removes the amulet. Shows the true form.
And he just, like, doesn't quite turn around, but he, like, puts you in his periphery.
I know these things that we've tried haven't worked, but we haven't tried anything with the dragons. We, and that little runt over there.
The
We
funniest
have
thing
things-
is that technically a runt would be forest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like Dumand would look towards forest.
Yeah. Let us try. We have different things to help, different ways to help. Let us try first. Obviously, we're trying to do some good for you. What's the matter in trying?
Make a persuasion check. I will give you advantage for Mirel's participation.
Yeah, do that persuasion. You got this.
Do it.
Do it.
A 14, and somehow I got a 1 on one of the rolls.
Dodged another one.
I mean,
Yeesh.
Slowly, he puts the arm back on the rock. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
13.
Ooh, it's 12.
13.
Okay. Everyone except for Mirel notices that where the arm was laying, there's now a little bit of crystal, like on the rock.
Oh.
And it doesn't look like a shard that's fallen off. It looks like a little, like one of those little almost stone crystal scabs have formed.
As soon as he has put his arm back on there, Morel is back to watching the sky. He says, a little less than an hour before it sets.
Trish turns around on, let's do this. And she angles just right and uses a dragon breath.
And
Okay.
and I'm gonna wind back for a follow-up strike.
Okay, yeah.
And Tinker holds 2 stones in the air.
Nice, and I am contributing nothing to this.
You're looking at the moon.
I'm looking at the. Oh no, I'm not looking at the moon. No, that's what got us into this mess.
All right. You want me to roll for damage or?
Yeah, roll damage. I am choosing to fail the saving throw.
Alrighty, rolling.
Nice. You got this.
So, why are you not letting me roll? Wow, this is rude of it to not let me roll.
Rude.
Incredibly
Double
rude.
rude.
I'll.
It's probably such a high number that it's overloading the dice roller.
No, let me
Yeah,
roll it,
yeah.
just do it normally.
Yeah.
It'll let me do it normally, but wait, let me use the breath weapon. 2.
2 points of damage.
What's the... Oh, is it just 1d10, is it?
Yeah, it's a 1d10 force damage.
Yeah. It seems to go through as you just exhale at this,
Yes.
and like the rock, everything in front, like you can see the arm start shaking, the cracks spread a little bit, and then like 10, 15 feet away, like one rock is just like completely shattered.
Yep.
As
And
its
then-
unseen force just echoes through the room. And
then-
you want to strike?
Yeah, immediately after that, dodged another 1 because of the advantage. 24
yeah.
to hit.
24 hits.
I won't bother rolling the fangs damage, I guess. I'll hit this one. I'm going to use the other stone strike. I'm trying to fish for crits here on that last smite, basically.
Yeah.
But 5 force damage from the stone strike.
5 force damage. I gotta do some mathing. So that's +2. That's 7.
I don't know if it affects anything, but normally with stone strike it also has a 10-foot push. So I don't know if that
Okay,
extra pressure on the crystal from being pushed into the rock, maybe.
Ooh, we're pulling out some physics here.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know what? I'm not opposed to it. Roll another d6.
One.
No,
I'll take it.
You know what? A 1 is a 1.
A 1 is better than a
What is the
none.
one?
I still
I
have an idea.
appreciate it.
Okay, and yes, Tinker.
He's still standing there holding his rocks up.
Oh, it's your idea.
Try?
Do it.
I need everyone else out of the way.
Oh,
Oh, steps back.
Everyone behind me, except you. You stay right there.
all right.
And Tinker will bring these rocks that he prepared earlier together and cast Thunderwave point blank at the arm.
Yes.
You gotta destroy this friggin' arm.
He realized it was force and thunder, so he's just like,
Okay, roll damage. Roll damage.
What kind of damage
then I
does
want
your cannon do?
the cannon can do force, yes.
Oh.
So it seems like such an excessive thing to go straight to cannon.
Excessive, he
Tinker's showing a
says,
bit of
casting
restraint.
Thunderwave.
I love this is the restraint.
Come on, all right. Yeah, so we will cast Thunderwave.
Yeah, roll damage.
That will be 9 thunder damage, and there is a push component to it if we
Okay,
are.
you know,
applying-
I'll allow. Roll
Yeah.
another d6.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
We love that.
So, and there is a thunderous boom audible from 300 feet.
Marilla's pulled her ears like, and it's a warning.
Everyone roll me dexterity
another
saving
six-
throws.
Damage.
Oh god.
Oh, nice.
I want everyone to roll dexterity
Oh, wait, that
saving
wasn't a
throws
saving
as
throw,
the whole cavern just starts
There you go.
shaking and little bits of rocks and stone fall from the ceiling.
Oh no. Oh wait.
I'm helping.
Doesn't want me to.
Dex.
You are
Oh,
helping.
19.
19.
It refuses to.
Boris steps to the side as like a big chunk falls down.
When he said everyone get back, he was swinging the stones as he said that. He did not give
Okay.
everyone time to.
I still want everyone to make dex saves.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
trying. It's just not responding.
Yeah, I'm
really well.
having the same problems.
including
Okay.
Tinker.
Yes,
Oh.
definitely including things.
Definitely.
I'll just roll a d20.
Yep. So remember, if it's doing that thing again, if you just
Yeah.
right click and then click the roll button that comes up, it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
I will, you know, a couple of stones fall on Dumand, like hits his
Oh.
head, and he goes like,
Oh.
and he puts a hand up, and there's like blood on his hand.
Oh, Morel got
no.
a 5 because she wasn't
Oh.
paying attention because she's looking at the freaking sky. A little warning, sir.
She was just looking.
Like,
So Mirel takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you also get rocks on your head.
Tinker.
Rocks
Just,
fall,
like,
everyone's
crumbles
annoyed.
Yeah. I will say, with the combination of all of your various attacks, Dumand like almost instinctively pulls his arm back as he's like touching his head, and there's blood on his hand. He's like, did you have that potion? I wouldn't mind. Oh god. And as he pulls his hand towards him, you can see that there's like large chunky cracks, and there's a liquid, like a shimmering liquid on the rock that he was using as a table that's just slowly like solidifying as it starts running down. And as he moves his arm, it drips down on the ground. It hits his leg, and he's like, fuck, shit. And it just solidifies against his pant leg, and he just holds his arm out as it's dripping some form of like very light reflecting liquid, and every drop just solidifies within a few seconds.
I don't understand this, but I think we need to move quicker. Put your arm back down and then wind up for
Are
another
you sure?
strike.
Wait, this gets on you. That's not a good thing.
Tinker, if you've got any more blasting, I think we need to use it.
Oh, I got some blasting. That was a
Yeah.
success.
I'm gonna
Morel
take
won't come
another.
the potion.
I'm gonna take another swang. I'm
Yeah.
I'm fishing for the crits. Yes.
Oh,
Yay!
here it comes.
Hey!
Here it comes.
All right.
Tinker is about to pull the pull cable to make his cannon, but he wants to see how this works out first.
Can I force it to roll a crit on the? Nah, I'll just do it manually. I'm just gonna. Do you want me to roll 2d8 and double it, or roll 4d8?
Just roll 48.
Okay. Divine Smite crit.
Yeah.
Not bad. 18 thunder.
18 thunder damage. Nice. You see cracks all over, and he reacts, and he's just grasping his shoulder, and you just like see his arm. He can move his fingers, like there's so many cracks. He starts moving his arm, and now out of all the cracks, this liquid starts pouring. And he just calls out, "Oh, stop! 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 Stop!"
We've got to finish. Bite
I don't
down.
think it's working.
Bite down on the rope, so I gave it to you.
He might need some convincing. He looks like he's in a severe pain and just clutching his arm and holding it like away. He's even trying to stand up.
Is Tinker loading up for the next shot?
Load up on guns, tell your friends.
Tinker's kind of looking between Dumand and then back to Morel and then back to Forrest. Is like,
Yeah.
Morel has given him
Do
a
it.
potion, but I don't know if he's taking it or not.
And Forrest to assist is gonna like find a still fleshy part of his arm that he can grab and hold so that he doesn't pull it back.
Okay.
And use that opportunity to lay on hands to ease his pain a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to make an athletics check as you try to grab his arm.
Sure.
I need you to beat an 18.
I got a 21.
Okay. So you grab his arm. Is this the same arm?
Well, yeah, because I'm needing to keep it on the in position for Tinker.
Okay. As you grab it, he swings the arm, and a couple of droplets hit your armor and immediately solidify. So there's like a smattering, like someone has, flicked with a little paintbrush on your armor, and they just start immediately solidifying into crystal.
As he swings the arm at Forrest,
It's not so much swinging at Forrest. It's more like just a reaction. You still grab his arm and hold it.
He basically flinched and I got splattered a little bit.
Yeah, as a reaction, Trish is startled by this, just so scared, and goes, "Oh shit, go to sleep," and casts a sleep on him.
It has no effect.
We already discussed
I
this.
know, but Trish is still
No,
Trish.
it's fine. It's fine. And
Yeah.
however, this is an AOE.
oh my god.
What is Forrest's and Tinker's current hit points?
30.
19.
19. Tinker immediately falls asleep.
What?
It's normal. Trish panics.
Tinker. Wake up.
Morel is gonna go forward and drag Tinker out of the way and slap him a little bit. And then say, Forrest, take her armor off.
What? That takes too long.
Are the splotches spreading?
A little bit.
Forrest, I know you do not want to, but when that sun goes down, you do not want to be wearing that.
It takes too long. Just deal with this first.
Right.
Right, I'm up. Oh yeah, cannon.
Tinker pulls the ripcord.
Oh, yeah, cannon.
The legs extend out. The flap opens up, and he kind of like wheels it over, points it directly, point blank at the arm, and he's like,
Yes.
Do it already.
Okay.
he pulls the cable, and that is a force cannon shot, point blank to the arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I will ask you to roll to hit because Dumand is actively trying to get away. He's only this round being held in place by Forrest.
That is fair. This is. Let me just double check.
He doesn't look hard to hit, but there's still a chance.
All right. It is essentially this plus 5. Let's go. That's a 9.
A 9 does not hit.
Not
You
hit.
go to shoot, and he manages to move the arm to the side, just as you unleash this compressed air, and it flies through the cavern, and there's like dust and rocks kick up where it impacts.
Oh, that's
And
all
Dumand
right.
says, "No, please stop now. Please, just don't."
Dumand, if this is really gonna cover you by the end of tonight,
I don't
What
think
are you
this is
doing?
helping. I don't think this is helping. And
you
can
know what's
see
not
where the
helping? You
dribbles-
moving. Now put your arm back down there and stop struggling. And I'm gonna grip it
Make an
tighter.
intimidation check. Make an intimidation check.
21.
21. Yeah, you've got a firm grip. I will ask you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. Oops. Not great. An 8.
An 8. You will be hit by a few drops of this liquid. I'm gonna roll a die to see where you get hit. I'm gonna roll let's say a D10. Anything from 1 to 5 hits covered parts of you, like clothes, armor.
I'm
things like
pretty covered. I feel like the
You
odds
are
were
pretty
good.
covered, but you're also a big person, and this like a splash.
True. Well, because
it's not
I think
one-
like the
yeah.
only bare spots are forearms and face, essentially, right?
Yeah. Well, you're also wearing like chainmail. It could potentially get through.
Oh, but there's still like cloth under the. It's not just chainmail over bare skin.
Yeah, but okay, I'll say 1 to 6 hits covered bits. This is still like a splattering.
Sure,
It'll
sure.
hit covered bits either way. But
Oh,
this
I
is to
get
see
you. I
if it
get you.
hits
Yeah, yeah,
only
yeah.
covered bits.
Go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll it open. A 1. So another smattering goes like across your midsection, and you can feel some of the chains of your armor like stiffening. Like it's not as flexible as it might have been before.
Yeah,
Tinker, you want to try to shoot again?
Yeah. If it's been enough time, he sort of, I say reload. It kind of just, the bag just puffs up again. His backpack just puffs
Yeah.
up again, pulls that cable, and we get a 23.
A 23 hits, roll damage.
All right. It is 2d8. Oh, we don't like that. That's only 3
That's 3.
Yeah.
He's better than 0.
You do not deal enough damage to overcome its almost like self-repairing effect.
There is a push element though, so we'll add the other d6.
Okay, yeah, add a d6. That's fair. I'm allowing
That
it.
helps. That's 8 total then.
Hey.
8 total. Okay. Because it has a self-repairing effect, it does over time recover some hit points. So yeah, you're. And I'm gonna need another. What I'm gonna ask? What is Trish and Mirel doing? Forrest, I'm assuming you're trying to just keep his arm still.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, because I've got 10 points of lay on hands. I'm just gonna be like just giving him one as required as like pain medication, basically.
Yes, I will ask you to choose to either make intimidation, persuasion, or athletics to keep him in place.
It'll be athletics for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I
Matt,
think you
want me
could
to
beat a
roll now?
9.
I think
Yeah.
so. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
yes. 18.
Okay. I will need that dexterity saving throw as well.
Oh my god, why is it always Dex?
Because it's an avoidance.
1.
Yeah.
1.
I mean, it's
Yes,
tricky because
they're
like I'm
unfinished.
holding on to him, so like there's not a lot of place to wiggle around.
Yeah, there's that's the idea that it's more like an avoidant. It's like if you get hit, you get hit. This is
Yeah.
Oh, could I actually like Because the way I was imagining it is I've kind of just got like a chokehold around his arm,
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Can I like reach back and grab out my shield as a splash shield?
Yes, but you might lose effect on your grip on further turns. Like, you're a strong boy, but he's really trying to wiggle.
Well, I mean, if I keep having to make dex saves, I've got a +0 on my dex, so I'd rather block it, I think.
Yeah, you could. That's why I'm asking what the others are doing. They might have an idea of how to help.
Oh, yeah, potentially.
Yeah, actually, Mirel has been obviously looking at the sun, and then she gave the potion, and then she sees that Forrest is kind of struggling, and she does have a net, but I don't know if that's gonna be much help. So,
Probably not.
yeah.
The splash, by the way, again, just hit your armor. Maybe a part of your shoulder armor and like a little bit of the chest area, and it's still just like little splattering. We're not talking that someone's like throwing a bucket of
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
at
yeah,
you.
I get you, I get you.
So, what is Trish doing? Because I'm assuming Tinker is just reloading the cannon, waiting for it to puff up again so he can pull the cord.
That's it.
See, Trish is preparing herself. She thinks we'll have to kill him. So
Trish, not a murderous motherborn.
Mirel, yeah.
she's gonna have a rapier out and sort of just walks close enough and just sort of look him in the eye, gives a nod, and just waits.
Okay, so you're just standing back.
Standing back and just sort of giving him the look of, if there's nothing, you're dead.
Yeah.
Are you
Mirel-
doing that towards Dumand? Sorry, I didn't quite catch. Are you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, what's the intention here? Are you wanting him to like stay still out of fear?
More or less, yes.
Okay, you walk around him and he doesn't try to look away and he looks up at you and you can see these polished spherical diamonds almost of his eyes as he looks at you. There's like a layer blocking and you just see this shimmering veiny light pulsating. Make an intimidation check.
Oh,
Mirel, were you just wanting to look at the lookout, check the time, or are you doing anything?
She is frantically checking the time, but she's also trying to figure out how to control her chaos bolt and if she can make it be a force or a thunder, like the others have been doing. But she's not sure. But she wants to add it to something like the cannon.
I will say, what level is Chaos Bolt?
It can be second level. It can be first or second.
It can be first or
I
second.
believe it's a first level, actually. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to actually.
No,
roll that.
here's the thing. Here's
Yeah.
the thing. There is one of our homebrew rules that no one has used yet that you could apply to this.
Oh, is
Oh?
it? Oh, yeah, hold on.
In new mechanics, at the very bottom.
New mechanics. Spell mastery. So if I upcast it,
Yeah. Rather than getting the extra damage, you could manipulate the damage type. It's one of the things you can do.
I would like to do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would
Spell
love-
mastery is an alternative that I've added in with our rules that you can upcast a spell, but rather than getting its own upcast feature or just using a higher level slot, you can try to manipulate the effect.
Right.
Okay. That's
Based on a lot of conversations we had in campaign 1, I was like, no, this is something I want to add in so people can play with
I
their
forgot
magic.
about that. Yeah. In that case, she would like to. Well, since she's been kind of like trying to rack her brain, she's kind of frantic at this point. Going, Forrest is gonna get it. We're all gonna get it. I don't want this. And then if she sees Tinker going for another shot, she will try and add something to it. I'm thinking force. Since yours is force already.
Tinker sees you sort of like go in to cast something, and he opens another flap in the back of the cannon.
Oh,
Aim through there. We'll juice this one up.
And he's got a manic look in his eyes.
You know, I'll allow it.
Do this.
I'll allow
Chris
it.
sees this, and she takes a step back.
I will say, Trish, as you say these words to Dumand, telling him that this might be it, he looks at you and says, well, you're gonna take me back to Hague anyway, aren't you? I might as well die here because they're gonna kill me regardless.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
Team Go, Tinker,
Yeah,
Tinker
hell
Blast.
yeah.
All right, Tinker Blast.
Yeah.
Chris runs.
Drink the potion.
All right, Tinker. Seeing that Morel's firing, are you firing the Chaos Bolt through the
I am
cannon?
firing a chaos
It's
bolt.
funny because this is a backpack, right?
Yeah.
You'd imagine it'd be like, filled with items and pockets. But if you look through the flap you just opened, it is just like a cannon's like barrel. It's weird. How he does this, no one knows. But
I will say like this, Morel, roll your damage.
Mhm.
So you roll 2d8 and 1d6, I believe.
Yep.
These will be force damage or thunder damage, your choice. And we will add the damage to Tinker's backpack attack. So if you miss Tinker, that's unfortunate. But if you hit,
unfortunate.
That'll be great. Okay, you know what? Actually, to even it out, I will put thunder in there instead. That also fits well. So that was a 9, and then plus a d6 is...
no, it's 14 total. It rolled the whole thing.
Oh, it did! Oh,
Yeah.
ignore my next one then. Sorry.
So Tinker, if you hit, you deal an additional 14 points of damage. I would like you to roll that attack roll.
Do you want to
I don't suppose you have inspiration, do you?
But we
or
will
a push?
We will push.
You will
wanna
push?
We
I
will
can
push.
push.
We'll push.
We'll push.
Oh,
Roll a
yeah,
d4.
Yep.
You do have your free push.
Yup.
Oh, yeah, you got your thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I do.
That is
That's
nice.
a 9 at the moment.
Yeah.
11.
Is exactly what.
Oh,
my God.
let's go!
This guy is not wearing any armor. He's being held in place. The armor class is 11. Roll damage.
Damage incoming. That's 11 force damage from the backpack cannon.
Plus 14. That's
I would like Morel and Tinker
25. Yeah.
to
that-
describe what's happening right now to us.
Morel,
okay.
describe the spell first, and then I'll.
Well, I mean, it is a chaos bolt, but you kind of see an orb of just energy, and yeah, just like you. An orb.
An orb.
And it's almost like thick blue-black smoke is swirling, and then she just sends it through, and then it's like a little mini lightning bolt goes through, and then on the other end, it just comes out thunder.
So as it goes in, Tinker slams the back flap shut, and it's almost like you can see him like he kind of like jumps on top of the backpack, and it's kind of like bucking a little bit as it's like trying to figure
Yeah,
out
it's
what to do.
ballooning even bigger. It's
And he almost loses control over it, and then he kind of just sort of he goes "Huh?" and he just slams down on it, and it just boom fires out.
the Tinker's
this
elbow.
cacophony. No, it doesn't fire out his elbow. But yes, the open flap just fires this blast that is just
Yeah. As
impossibly.
this blast unleashes, the crystal on the arm shatters. Just scatters this diamonds, crystals, and this weird liquid all over the cavern. Luckily, Orb, you did say that Trish steps aside, seeing what's about to happen. Otherwise, bad things could have gone down.
Yep.
It's
I
like Trish
will,
knew.
even with the positioning, I will ask one last time for a dexterity saving throw from Forest because
damn
you
it.
are in the splash zone.
Yeah. Oh my god, these rolls. That's
The
4.
DC is 10. Is it 4? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, Tinker's gonna just have to turn that cannon.
Yes.
Stop firing
Yeah.
on.
It's a 10.
Oh, that's
Wow.
not
As the arm explodes, you can see like The crystals rip skin with it, going flying, and this liquid splashes all over the cavern, and some of it catches on Forrest's neck.
Oh
Like,
no.
just a splattering. And Forrest, you immediately feel like something stiffen, something tightening on your neck.
I just
Seeing-
reflexively rip it off. I just want to like just tear it off.
You want to tear it off?
Yep.
As you touch it, you get some on your fingers. And you feel that on your fingers as well. It doesn't stiffen that fast. It's just begun as you go. You're wearing gloves, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel like your glove, there's definitely less. You feel it doesn't increase in pressure on your neck, but your glove is starting to stiffen.
But do I tear it off?
No, because it wasn't in a full form. It was still liquid.
Oh, I thought you
It
said
was
it
just
had
starting.
hardened already.
No, it was hardening.
Oh.
So there's none on his neck right now. It's on his glove. Is that right?
He's got a little bit, but it's definitely big difference. But as you look at your glove, the whole cavern starts rumbling, and Dumand screams, and he looks at his arm that is now just raw and fleshy, and he passes out from the pain.
Shit.
And
Great,
that's where we're gonna
let's-
go on break.
Get him out of here.
Did we do good? Was this good? I don't know. I don't feel good.
Look, to be honest, this group, us, from last campaign, don't do ER too well.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and his PR.
You know what? No, there were some quick thinking things here. When we come back, we'll definitely address some events that may have happened. But for now, can we just appreciate that massive raid we just got?
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
Let's roll for dragons.
Hey, Raiders.
Well, yeah.
Let's roll for dragons. What's a cool name? That's
It's a good name.
perfect.
It is
Good
so
name.
That's a great name.
Strong
Thank you,
out.
everyone, for coming in. Let's do another round of introductions while we're here. I'm Josie Poser, the Dungeon Mistress. I've been running D&D campaigns for my good friends here for many years now, and just start of this year, end of last year, we decided to make a dedicated channel for TTRPG stuff. And I've got all of my friends here today, and we can start with Cuddly Raptor.
Hello, I'm Cuddly Raptor, and I play Mirel, the grumpy half-elf sorcerer who has added a whole lot of firepower to a cannon.
Sure did.
Sure
Yes.
did.
I'm Roju, or Participation Award, and I'm playing Forrest Barkley, who is our Goliath Paladin. Soon to be Crystalline Boy, I guess.
Not if I can help it.
I am Wettest Orb. I play Trish the Motherborn, our Amethyst Dragonborn Bard, which is not a murderer.
And I'm Aussie Devro, playing Tinker Slobbersnout, our Kobold Artificer, who has a backpack cannon and is not afraid to use it.
Well, obviously, as we learned. As we learned. So yeah, thank you for coming in, Raiders. Do we need a bio break? Do we want to check in with our good friends?
I
Chris?
wouldn't mind.
Some other heroes? Welcome
my
in. Can
God,
we get a
what?
shout out for them as well?
Yeah.
Look at all the friends coming in here
There's so many
today.
friends.
Pretty now.
Nice.
We love friends.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, you
really
like
do.
you like the character art? Then you should go and follow some other heroes, because Michelle, Feline Trickster, who made the character art, is a player in that campaign.
True.
It's almost as if it's all
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
MCU's got nothing on us.
Oh my god. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. No, I'll definitely be sticking around. I'm feeling good. I might dip to get a drink, but if we want to be here and entertain the people in chat, we can do quick bio breaks for those who need, and some catching ups for those who want.
Yeah, I will run to the little Froze room.
I'm not going to say time me, because last time I said that,
Yeah, yeah. That didn't go so well,
I
did
was
it?
like, Josie, time me. It's going to be 10 seconds. Not for about, like, for me grabbing, like, medication and I grabbed the wrong stuff and I had to fumble with these boxes and it was like 36 seconds. Anyway, it was terrible.
So-
I'm leaving now. Don't time me.
Yeah.
So you want
Don't
to
time me.
you want to leave it on not a BRB screen?
No, leave us on the main scene.
All right, I'm gonna get some water.
Yep.
Be right back.
Oh,
Go get some water.
Well, maybe I should just wait with Josie and then
Oh
I'll
my
go
God.
later.
We take turns.
We take turns?
Oh my god,
Girls'
look at all
night?
these chair streams. Also, thank you. I
Yeah.
think I saw someone saying that we had a cool overlay,
Thank you so much.
which is
Yes.
which was made by Top Banana Jam.
Yeah.
Another lovely, lovely, wonderful person who we're working with to do a lot of art assets. We also have some cool plans for the background. So you see these little background images behind us all. They will shift as the game world, the in-world seasons change. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. How are we all doing? Welcoming all new friends. Oh my god.
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Was this Tank Hunter? Did you do this?
Did you do this?
I
Did you
see the
bring
Tank Hunter
people?
was part of the raid.
I feel like this was you.
I think it was the tank. I think it was the tank.
It was you. It was you the whole time. Oh, hey.
Welcome in.
Oh.
You're stealing company time, watching on the clock. Oh yes, we love it.
Oh, we love that.
Erin, the DM of Let's Roll for Dragons, is an awesome person. Was looking for someone to raid. Thank you so much.
Well,
Tank, were you here before when Ozzy almost got a stick bug? You remember the stick bug? Oh my god.
it
Cuddly,
was
do you
so
wanna know-
close.
Cuddly, do you want to know a secret?
Yeah.
That Ozzy actually opted for the same kind of bug that killed Tank's character. It's all coming around. Full
Oh, it's
circle.
Oh.
It's full circle.
Oh, it's so
He doesn't know. No spoilers. No one
No,
tells.
no.
Those who
We'll
know.
never-
Those
we'll
who
never-
know.
We'll
Never
never tell
tell.
him.
Never
we'll never
tell.
tell him. But I'm so glad that it happened like that because I wanted him to go for the one with the mystery. Because I was like, well, now we know two of them.
Yeah.
We need
Stick
to
bug,
go-
stink bug, and question mark.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm so excited for that bug to grow. Also, yeah, we've got a question. On a scale of 1 to shit, how bad is this situation? Yeah, look, it's not a 1. That's for sure. It's not a 1. That's
I just love the party went like, oh, there are really no known cures or fixes for this situation. Hold our beers. I just want to.
blame us for trying, but also I was ready
I can't.
personally to walk away. You know.
Yeah. I was just saying that you walked into a situation that I told, like, where you did some rolls, and I said, "There's really no known way to fix this," and you were all like, "No, we can do it. We got
He
this."
did say hit my arm with a hammer, so
Yeah.
like, the man said. That's what he wanted, and
Yeah,
who am I
maybe-
to deny him?
Maybe he was desperate. You know.
Yeah,
Maybe so.
probably.
Well, next time he should consider that asking the tiny kobold with a cannon in his back pocket to hit him really hard, probably not the best thing to ask.
Yeah.
Or,
Surely no one has tried relentless violence. Well, we just did, so we're about to find out how that works. I am gonna be right back.
Yeah, I'm
have
gonna
fun.
go refresh my
Let's take it
drink.
in
I'll also
turn.
be back in a real bit.
Forest
yeah, we're
is
training.
nothing
Tap
if not
me out.
tenacious.
Roger, tap me out.
I don't know which way you are. I think you're this way. Tap me out. Hey.
On a scale, so, you asked on a scale of 1 to shit, how bad is the situation? Tinker would rate this situation about a 3. It's really not that bad, not yet. You've seen worse.
Well, it's as far as we know. Oh my lordy.
Look, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's all right. Tinker's already got a plan on how to save Forrest's neck. You know.
Well, Forrest was just going to rip it off and heal himself. So
I feel like we need to remove this skin that is.
yeah,
Bad
that
contact.
he was fully prepared to just shred it off, but apparently all I got was liquid somehow.
Yeah, well, remember, it's like it starts. It's kind of think of it as like hardening liquid.
Yeah, I
think
know.
it's
I
still,
just
like-
I just misinterpreted because Tracy said, "Oh, you feel it hard," and I was like, "Oh, well, if it's immediately crystal, then I'll just shred it off." But
Yeah.
then, yeah, I don't know.
Right. Tinker will just jump up there and pour some acid. He'll just start slobbering on it.
But
and
it
that'll take up
doesn't.
the
Acid doesn't do anything to it.
No, the skin.
Oh, I hate
Get rid of
that.
Tinker is the problem and solution. We know this by now. Oh dear. Yeah, Tinker would rate this at a 3. Everyone else would say a 7. Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
I returned.
Well,
We're just talking about how we're just going to burn all of Forrest's neck skin off, and that'll solve the problem.
It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I mean, because Forrest is just fully prepared just to tear it off. Like
Yeah. No, it's
that was my
like,
intention in the first place.
Yeah, what you did will also have an effect. Like I love the quick thinking, and we'll be what's the word? I don't words. It's break. I don't need to be good at words right now.
I'm thinking tonight when Tinker goes to bed, he's going to be thinking back about this situation and go, what could he have done better? And then I think that his answer is going to be, could have pulled out the cannon sooner.
I will say that I still think this was a cool event, a cool happening.
Yeah, kind of with that.
And here I was in my brain when I planned for this campaign. I was like, we won't do as many like ER episodes.
Yeah, how's that working out, Josie?
You do realize these guys are like love ER. I think in the last campaign,
It's not even just ER. It's just you throw a problem in front of us, and we
and
we
it
look
just
for a
becomes-
solution. It's like
Yeah,
you know.
But I also love doing that stuff where I give you a problem, but I don't plan a solution. I just wait until something cool and creative happens, and I roll with it. And
I mean,
I think
that's
that
the cool
makes
thing
for some
about
really
Yeah, absolutely. I love that as well.
It's good.
like,
it's a-
especially when you when you banish the ooze out of Gianna's back, and then just move the bed.
Oh yeah.
Great solution. Oh my god.
I forgot about that.
That was
beautiful.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, or that time you chopped up that child's leg, but we don't know.
Well, I mean, Tinker's 1-for-1 with Rudy now because he just blew off someone's arm.
well, like I was like, if it appeared that we weren't going to make any progress, like
Yeah.
my last ditch effort was just to amputate above the crystal.
Yeah.
That was the
That might have been the smarter
See,
play
Trish
for
is
you.
just thinking about killing him.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm not-
non-murderer.
yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Not
Jesus Christ, man!
No. What's gone through Trish's mind is,
I gotta kill this man.
Satisfy point blank on the temple, and
we only have a set amount of time until this shit goes sideways.
Thanks, Mom.
We've tried so hard to fix the problem. The problem
Yeah.
ain't happening. The time is coming to where we need to do something.
no,
And killing is probably going to be the only thing that's going to help us here. But now
I think
Forrest
there's-
has got it.
I think that's
is
I think
murder
that's
also
all
the
more
solution
than
here?
it is.
Is it Forrest
You know
has
what?
it?
You know what? This is fine. I'm still thinking this is a really cool event that just happened, and it's gonna come with its own like consequences.
Okay.
But we're all back here. We're all a little bit on break. Do you know what we didn't do at the start of today?
What?
We totally forgot to say the
We-
announcement thing.
We had a very
Oh,
important
yeah.
announcement
Very
to
important.
Send the
share.
announcement. I promise.
Those of you who do frequent our YouTube and Twitter, you might have seen the announcement. But we have a thing.
We have a thing.
We have done the dono. Mr. Finance, will you take it away?
Oh, we threw this
I
on
was
him.
not
Look at his
ready.
face. Look at his face. He wasn't ready.
I was like in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. So Cuddly and Josie
Cuddly and
have
Josie
totally
are gonna
got this.
do it.
They,
No.
Yeah,
they
no,
know.
we can do it. We did help the
Josie made
project.
the graphic
Yeah,
and
yeah. I have it
everything.
right here.
No,
don't
no,
worry.
no. Danny made the graphic.
Danny-
I wrote the blurb. Danny made the graphic.
I just
Excellent.
sent
And
it.
I
I
haven't
pressed
seen.
send.
And
I'm doing my part.
you're doing your part. No. So here it is. I'm gonna put it in the Twitch chat,
In the Twitch
and we
chat.
can
Let's
pin
go.
it.
Is this
And we can
the
pin it.
Oh my god. I
final
will
total,
pin
is it?
Yeah.
Heck.
There we go.
That's it.
Oh, that's a big pin. There
That's
we
a-
go.
That's a big pin.
Yeah, I'll
So-
read it out. I'll read it.
Yeah,
Do you want me
read
to
it aloud.
There you go.
Mhm.
We at the Natural 30s are so excited to share this milestone with you all. Our very first charity drive that you all managed to help us pull together 1,193 Australian dollary dues for a agenda. How incredibly happy this has made us, and so appreciative of all of you who made this reach further than we ever expected. This money will be going towards helping Australian youths and the LGBTQIA+ individuals who might need legal aid for educational purposes all around the country.
Yay!
That was last month. You all did that.
Yeah.
We were just the middleman. I was the middleman of the middlemen, and we made it happen. So
Yeah,
thank
we
you,
did.
everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we put it in both
fantastic.
Australian and US dollars for those curious, and we were so thankful for all of you who participated, all of you who made that happen. That was amazing because it also paves the way for us to do similar things in the future.
Yeah. There's also a fancy graphic in Discord for those of you in Discord. Even if you want to see that we did do it.
Yes, the there
on
is
Twitter.
The literal
a
receipts.
somewhat censored
Receipt.
a somewhat censored receipt of the donation.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you everyone so much. That was amazing. And we literally could not have done this without you.
You could not.
Amazing,
Mhm.
amazing result for our first ever charity event. So
Yeah.
it's-
And we also while we have you here, some other heroes also did a charity drive. It was amazing. I spent time on their streams. They posted some YouTube shorts talking about it as well. So it was a great month for charity. Pride is important. Pride
Good
is
job,
important.
everyone.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Well done.
Are we all bioed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of good
Yes.
jobs, how good a job did we just do removing this crystal?
Wow, that
About
was-
The
that.
best
Good
job. The
segue.
best
Oh,
job
shit.
ever.
Right,
About
doesn't stop.
that.
You're damn right.
About that.
About that as Josie cues up terrible
Josie
things.
I want to know if he drank that potion like I told him
I
to
want to know what
3
love
times.
is.
He passed out.
I'm walking home.
Just wanna know what love is.
No, I'm gonna start. Listen.
Uh-huh.
Because I've named also huge shout out to Sirenscape, which we use for audio, and I've named all of the sound sets based on vibes, and I'm just gonna start the one called "At What Cost."
That's not ominous or anything.
This feels
As
great.
you look around, you see Dumand on the ground. He did drink the potion. It helped.
Okay.
He's currently fainted from pain and shock. Most of the crystal on his arm is gone, but so is a lot of the skin, torn away with the crystal. And you can see this liquid seems to be pouring out of his skin almost. Like it's something from within him. And part of his arm is slowly encasing itself again. Not all of it. Where most of the skin and even some of the muscle tissue was removed, it looks like that won't regrow. The crystal. Forest,
Mm.
You throw your glove to the ground. Most of the palm and the inside of the fingers having stiffened. The glove now useless. Unless you want to slap someone really hard. You, after a couple of seconds, you feel around your neck. And it's definitely stiff. But you manage to get away most of it.
Mm.
It's not going to give you any mechanical effects. But you do have like patches. You know how people have like, it looks almost like specks and flakes of a dry skin, but it reflects light.
Mm.
So you got the worst of it off.
Mirel is
Dumand
instantly
is
running
breathing
over
still.
to you, by the way, Forrest,
Mhm.
and checking.
Doesn't look like it's spreading.
Mm.
And it definitely doesn't look as bad as Dumand. What Forrest has could possibly be removed, but looking at what happened to Dumand's arm, you'd assume some of the skin underneath would come off with it.
Mm.
No, that's fine.
Tinker rummages around in his backpack and pulls out a vial of acid.
Well, we could be gentle about this, or we could be less gentle.
I hope that is your healing saliva and not your kaboom saliva.
Well, if it's on his skin, you have to take out whatever layers it's on. This is the ouch saliva, not the good saliva.
All right, well, and Mirel checks the.
If it's all the
Fuck.
same to you, I
Again.
think I'd rather use something sharp.
Oh, fine then.
Tinker puts it away.
Mirel will offer a dagger,
Mhm.
one of her
Mhm.
daggers, but she will still look at the time and notice they
Yeah.
probably have like half an hour tops.
That's plenty of
that-
time.
yeah.
He's just gonna sit down next to Morel and sort of very trustingly expose his neck to her.
Oh my god! Okay,
I kind of see it.
Triss, you look after Dumand. You keep an eye on him.
Chris has got the rapier just pointed,
I
but
don't-
she's also put the amulet back on.
Yeah. So how are Tinker's little tinkering hands? Because Morel's not feeling so good about surgery. Morel's hands
You
are
want me to
more
do some
for
surgery.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tinker, you're not allowed to break this.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll do my best.
Well,
Unless-
good luck breaking it anyway.
I'm not.
It is a well-made dagger, by the way. You
I-
do know that. Like, you,
That's a challenge.
yeah, like you were handed a dagger, and you were like, "Damn, this is nice."
A fine dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could just use one of mine, but yeah, if I got this in my hands. And Tinker
What?
has in his other hand he hands Forrest. This is essentially a spell of cure wounds in his typical flask form. This one is the good kind. I promise.
Oh, all right.
I suppose. Now, Forrest, do you trust me?
Less than Morel.
Oh, that is understandable.
Mirel will reach out a hand and offer
Okay.
it to Forrest.
No, not for the dagger. Just for just not for the dagger. Just for
Okay,
a
all right.
forest hand.
All right.
Yeah.
I promise
Sure.
I will be as gentle as I can. Trust me. I tinker. And he flips his monocle on and kind of like he kind of like adjusts it, and you swear it kind of like the eye behind the monocle now looks bigger. You can't be sure whether it actually.
And yeah,
Sure.
Forrest takes Morel's hand and not gripping it. He actually holds it quite gently, almost in a way that's more comforting Morel than it is himself. You know, like, Like it's like, palm up, sort of just holding her hand.
And she just kind of looks at him and goes, you can squeeze harder.
It's all right.
I will not break.
I would like Tinker to make either a medicine or a sleight of hand check.
We're gonna go with the sleight of hand.
Oh, you are so much. Yep, that's so much better than I could do.
And then we're going to. So, you see something that you've never seen before with Tinker. This is the first time any of you have seen this. He stops drooling.
What?
The concentration on his face, the sheer amount of focus he's put into this task. It's not the task of carving the skin off or the act of using the dagger. All his willpower right now is going towards stopping his overactive saliva glands. Because he doesn't want to, make a bad situation worse. But yes, he will now roll the sleight of hand. I don't know why it rolled twice. I apologize for that. But the first one was a 12.
12. Are you happy with a 12?
I do have one more hit die available to me. So I guess, considering I didn't receive any form of inspiration, I will.
I was gonna say, like, I
love that we have a bard, but we never have inspiration.
I could bring the light closer, but that's probably all I can really do.
The dark. Oh well, we can make it 13.
Trish is
13.
worrying about her job right now. That's all.
That's it. No more hit points.
Forrest, you take 2 points of damage.
Yep.
And Tinker, you get most of it off.
Okay.
Not all of it, like you definitely cut around it. You try to go as shallow as you can, letting the knife guide you as it, like, whenever you feel something that's solid, you just have to go a little bit deeper. This is very much like, like corner removal TikToks.
Yeah.
Gross.
But you get it. You get the pieces off.
Cool.
All of it?
And Forrest will most likely have like some scarring on the side of his neck, where it's just like the skin will always be a little bit lighter and a little bit scar tissued.
Even with lay on hands?
Yeah. Like, not a lot. I'm just saying, like, it might look like you have a little bit of miscoloring.
Sure. Make sure you get it all, Tinker. Don't I leave any there.
All right. I'm Tinker's willing to go in again if he wants to confirm it's all gone.
Yeah. I mean, make sure it's all gone, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Nope. Tinker just stabs around for a while, honestly, and pokes and prods.
You take another 3 points of damage.
Oh no.
Trish,
As Tinker, just for good measure, takes a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Trish sees Tinker just dabbing around and going, "What are you doing over there? You're not hurting him now,
He's
are you?"
starting to vibrate a bit now. Concentrating, very difficult. Very hard.
And Trish is gonna cast Cure Wounds on Forrest.
I mean, he was lay on handsing himself.
Yeah, but Trish just wants to help with 1 extra point.
You do add your charisma modifier.
1 is better than 0.
Sorry, so that would be 4.
Well, that's most of it then.
And then she turns to Tinker, who's digging around, goes, "Do a better job this time," and gives you bardic inspiration.
Tinker stops because he now believes he's got it all. And he kind of like passes the dagger back to Morel, hops to a corner of the cave that no one's in, and just opens his mouth and like is like
Just like all the gathered up saliva.
everything else gathered. I have no idea how hard it is to keep all that in.
I can imagine. Morel will do like a final check, decide that she's happy.
You can make a
with what
medicine
she
check
sees.
if you want to.
You know what? I will make a medicine check. Okay, a 19.
How does it look?
Definitely looks like everything is gone. There might be some scarring, like maybe if it's treated very, very gently, maybe some ointment, some things, the scarring will go down over time. But all of the crystalline growth is gone.
Okay. And she will just kind of turn his face and say, good, but take your armor off.
Oh,
We will have to treat it in the city as well,
all
so
right.
do not scar.
And I'll just lay on hands that last point off as well. So I'm full HP again.
Yeah, he just goes to rub his neck, and it looks like it's healing as he's just like rubbing
Oh.
it.
It's like,
Maybe
that's
we do
better.
not need the ointments.
And yeah, then he's going to start unbuckling. Could you give me a hand?
Yes. How is he looking? Because she sees that part of it is regrowing on his hand. And
Yeah,
she
he's
assumes that
gonna
we'll
like
need
he's going to he still has some growth on his hand. He might recover some mobility. The same with his like elbow, but most of his lower arm just has little specks on it, but it's also missing a lot of skin.
Okay.
Well, better than no arm, I suppose.
I suppose, could I make I don't know what kind of check to determine if his skin regrows, if those crystals will start spreading again?
It's gonna be high DC.
I imagine it will be.
That's very esoteric knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have it. What would I have to
Make a
roll?
medicine or
Medicine?
investigation check, because it's more that you're trying to look at what's there
Yeah.
and make an assessment, come to a conclusion.
They're the same
An
anyway, so I
educated
guess
guess.
we'll go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
you know what? We'll go investigation because that seems more like she wouldn't actually know how to treat this. Oh, it's only a 13. No, I don't. think
you
that's high
yeah
enough.
you don't know. That's because you have no clue where it's coming from, why this is happening. You don't have the background knowledge to make that sort of a guess.
Yeah. Okay. So she will help with the armor. Looking around the cave, is any of that spreading to
No,
other?
it looks more wherever the liquid splashed, it started solidifying. Where there were big amounts, it's almost like it's grown crystal-like barnacles.
Okay.
Like they're protruding up. They seem to gain volume when they go into a solid form, much like when water turns to ice. It just expands slightly.
Okay. Yeah. And she will point out to the others just because she's not sure, and she said, "Just do not touch the puddles or the crystals, just in case."
It would have been good to know after I put the ones that we found outside in my mouth.
Do not grab them.
I'm not going to touch them.
Show us
Not
your
the-
tongue, Tinker.
Ah!
Are there any crystals on it?
No, looks fine.
That's good. All right. So
I will
she
say,
will
with
help-
the various roles you've had, Mirel, it's only the liquid form that is considered to be dangerous.
so whatever's in Tinker's bag is actually fine.
Yes,
Okay.
it's only before it's fully set that it can
Oh,
spread.
so his armor's okay as well. And Morel would probably
Yes,
realize it's halfway in
the,
getting
the
it.
stiffening of the armor might have some effects, but it can also be rectified if you go to someone who has the tools to deal with it. But it's still wearable.
Yeah. Honestly, Morel actually might help you take it off and sort of examine it. And after a little while, be very satisfied that you can indeed put it back on if you so.
Yeah, it's done the thing where it's got patches where it's gathered together, so it's like, because you've got a chain shirt or chain mail, I think.
Yeah. So functionally, it's
Yes.
it's classed as chainmail, but it's
When
actually
it's full armor.
it's actually a suit of plate mail, but he's just not
Yeah.
wearing it. Like he's not wearing
Only
enough
part-
of it
yeah.
for it to count as plate mail.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
so
you're
there's like
wearing
bits of
what's it-
plate, and there's like the chain under stuff, and then the
Yeah.
like the padded under stuff under that.
What's it
Essentially,
called? Like a gambison, I think.
Something like
what
that.
You,
yeah.
yeah, and then you got the ring mail, and you do have the only finished part of the big
Was
piece
the
is that you have
shoulder,
your
right?
like, yeah, you got the shoulder plate that's covering a big chunk of your arm, but it does a thing when you have a shirt that might have gotten dirty, that there's like patches that are completely stiff, where most of it is still like jingly jangly.
So yeah, some of the rings are all locked together and stuff.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But you can definitely still wear it. It might maybe cause some mobility issues, but you've also treated it with the oil, so it's still wearable, still functional.
He'll probably try and like work on it a bit overnight. Try and like, because if it's thin enough, maybe he can crack it, and if it's not like a living thing, it's probably not going to be self-repairing. He would assume.
No.
So he might try and like chip away at it or something.
You could probably borrow that hammer from Tinker again.
Yeah.
Right. While they're doing that, I suppose Tinker and Trish might be just overlooking Dumand. Sort of. Is he still like actively bleeding? Like, is he still creating that liquid underneath him, or like what's going on with him?
It's slowly starting to, as the crystals are reforming on parts of his arm, the flow seems to subside. His arm is bleeding. But with the potion he was given, and if anyone would like to heal him some more, he's not dying. He's not like bleeding out, but he is unconscious and very damaged.
Yeah, Tinker would have poured a cure wounds spell on all over his arm. So that would have been 8 points of healing.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So you pour this over him. You staunch the bleeding.
Being very careful not to touch any liquids, as Morel called out.
Trish,
And-
give me a hand. We'll tie him up a little bit. Remember, we are meant to take him back.
Trish does not want to touch him.
At least hold the end of the rope.
I
Please.
got you. And Forrest gets up and grabs the rope and
Oh, thank
gives
you,
you a
thank you.
hand.
Tinker applies his famous bondage tying techniques again.
You can definitely tie Dumand up. Just like immobilizing him. Are you tying him to any of the rocks, or just?
No,
Just-
just tying his arms together
Okay.
behind his back and whatnot, and just to make sure he's secure. So if he does try to run, it'll be a little difficult. And with that done, satisfied, he'd sort of look towards Morel and go,
Right. Now, what about this nighttime business? What are we going to be worried about? Don't think I didn't see you looking out at the sun this whole time.
Well, let me check my mechanics document.
Do we need to erect a shelter or something?
So, from what I'm thinking, I think I've got it, Josie. I think I've got it, because during the day, it's the liquid that's contagious. During the night, under direct moonlight, the crystals are contagious. So the crystals themselves, right?
Could be, yes.
Could be, okay. But does it look like the moonlight is going to hit in the cavern at all?
Make a survival check.
Oh, I would love to. Oh, a 21.
No,
Nice.
Okay.
not fully. Depending on how it decides to move during the night, but with the time of year that it is, and that you're in the mountains, probably not.
Okay.
But you could always try to move Dumand further in, or like
Yeah.
position him so he's blocked.
Yeah, actually, if he's now kind of tied and maybe sitting up and slumped, she will actually put her blanket over him, like just as like a little, and then maybe a little hood part of the blanket, and said, "We should be fine in here, but we cannot risk direct moonlight, especially with the crystals." And she looks at the armor and whatever else may have, if the knife got any on it. I don't think it did, but
No, the knife's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll leave the armor off then. And
And I guess we just stay
Just
here,
in
guys.
case. I suppose. But we should still keep watch in case something happens with the crystals.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to miss any of the action.
Maybe we set up away from them, as far away as possible, and
seems like a good idea.
we keep an exit just in case. I have not seen this in person before.
I've only seen the ends of it.
I've never seen this at all. It's all very exciting.
Exciting is a word.
It was exciting, but then somehow I fell asleep in the middle of it. That was very weird.
Don't know how that happened.
Maybe there was too much excitement. It just overwhelmed me for a moment. I just had
You
to
must
look
have been
out for it.
too
You are
excited.
very small, so
I am very small. This is true.
You probably didn't get a full night's sleep, did you?
I was very worried about my little egg. That is inside a cannon.
What is going on?
all
It's
right.
a very complicated backpack, all right? Don't question it.
I won't even question it.
I'm gonna tie the lead end of the rope holding Dumand. I'm just gonna tie it around my wrist.
Okay. So if he moves during the night, it's like a good old it'll tug.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just in case he tries anything silly in the middle of the
Just
night
in
when he
case.
already knows that he shouldn't be going out under the moonlight. But who knows what he might do.
Yeah. He did kind of get attacked by a couple of strangers.
Yeah, like
I
that
mean,
helped him and then like tied him up. Like it wasn't clear
Look,
whether
it's
we were
for
there
his
to
own
help
good
or
ultimately,
hinder.
I think.
Yeah, he
Instructions
shouldn't
clear,
go
fire
outside.
to
Yeah.
come. Yeah. All right. Well, Tinker would set up a nice little fire and just sort of chill by it and start documenting today's excitement in one of his many notebooks.
Mhm. If they're making food, Muriel will prepare a second meal in case he wakes up, but not knowing if he really will or if he's just passed out for a long while.
He does start stirring. And you can definitely see that he tries to move. And there's from underneath the blanket, there's a defeated sigh.
Look, I'm sorry about your arm, but you're alive, so well done.
Yeah? Mind if I take a look at my arm?
It's not pretty, but she will help sort of pull the blanket back.
He looks down at it. I guess you did what I asked. Weirdest part is I can't really feel anything in it.
Can you move it?
And he very carefully tries to move his fingers, and they move very almost framey, like it's a lot of tension and he has to use force to just move it a little bit at a time.
Hmm.
It's practically useless.
It's better than it was.
I made you food if you are hungry.
No thanks.
All right, but it'd be a shame to waste it. And she just kind of puts it next to the fire in front of him.
He looks at it, and all of you can see the little fireplace, like the light reflecting in his eyes, and he's got those crystal-like runs in his face, and his left side has those growths on it.
So, what did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do? What did you do?
No. What did I asked first? What did you do back in the city to cause such ruckus?
Why do you think they're gonna kill you when we take you back?
Did they say why I ran away?
No. This is community service for us.
So you just...
Look, we had to save
I
our
don't
own ass.
follow. You're doing this as community service?
That's right.
We got in a fight and we won.
But
And
then we got
apparently
in
that
trouble
was
for
bad.
winning.
Look,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
we got attacked, and the garden in that area was not as nice as Harold, but Harold was very nice, and he smoothed it over for us. But he said that we should find you to make things better. So here we are, and he sounds like he has good intentions for you. I don't think he wants to kill you.
Harold always has good intentions, but he doesn't think about how it affects others.
Better than having bad intentions.
Yeah, which is really why I'm here. I had to run away. They were going to kill me.
Away though.
Who was going to kill you?
The city?
Why?
Because I found something out they didn't want me to find out.
Oh, that's got
I
Tinker's
tried to
ears,
tell
hasn't
you.
it?
Well, we are all
Really?
ears.
And you really don't work for the city? I mean, you don't really look like the
I'm
types.
freelance.
Exactly. Could not have said it better
We
myself.
arrived a week ago. You think I like the city?
We got squashed by the whale.
It's shit. It could be worth your while, you know?
That's actually the thing. I knew it was going to happen, and I tried to warn people.
What, the whale?
Yes.
As in, did you know it was going to happen, or you were just one of those people yelling that bad things were going to happen, and just because a bad
No, I
thing
knew
happened,
it was
all of a
going to
sudden you're
happen.
right?
Tell us
How?
about it.
I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I have a really bad habit of wanting people to know when things are bad. Guess it's a good habit, bad habit?
I think
I
it's
don't
a
know.
good habit.
Trish would agree with you that it is a good habit.
Very good habit.
Though I think we can agree we're also in the business of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And one of us opens our mouths way too much than they should. Except Tinker.
Looks at Trish.
Pearl just doesn't look at anyone.
So, when you said you
I-
found out it was going to happen,
Yes.
are you saying this was a plan? It was planned by somebody?
Yes.
That's very
it
much
was
like to get
planned.
them back. No one drops a whale on Tinker Slobbersnout and gets away with it.
The thing is, they weren't gonna. He doesn't do that because he's tied up.
But he wants to, and it's in his face.
I overheard Vanya's secretary talking.
Tinker turns. Trish is
Vanya.
just like sort of like head tilting at this point in time.
So
Just-
you heard.
Sorry, just for Roju's sake, Vanya is Trish's
Oh,
dragonborn friend.
No, that's
No,
No?
it's the boss of Trish's
boss.
Dragonborn friend.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Trish's dragon.
Vanya,
Oh.
Vanya Fuela. is the
Yeah.
headmaster of the College of, I believe, Robotics and Engineering.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I
Mm.
scrolled. Okay, let me make an extra note under that name. Boss of. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So,
I overheard the secretary talking to. I didn't see them, but it sounded like Bramal. They were talking about asking someone to sabotage the whole thing. They were planning on razing the entire Rusted Commons to the ground just to rebuild.
What?
Bramal, construction?
Yes, I didn't see them. It sounded like Bramal.
I remember that name. Wait, and the rusted commons.
Yeah, they plan. If I understood things correctly, they were actually planning to have the hunter drop the Leviathan on the Rusted Commons, and then use that as an excuse to just tear the whole district down and build new things.
Right. But it didn't fill there.
No. I know. Something went wrong. Somewhere.
Someone dropped it early?
Yeah.
maybe someone in on the plan has their own machinations.
I'd only have to assume they were either trying to outplay each other or whoever they decided to ask to do this whole thing did it.
Well, that would...
But I tried to warn people, and they tried to have me arrested, and I hid.
Yeah, because
Some
what, did
friends
you
some
go
friends
around,
got me out of the town.
go around just shouting out into the sky to whoever would listen that the giant whale's gonna fall on people? Great plan, that.
Yeah, I get that now. It was a little bit more involved and thought out.
Who did you try to warn specifically?
Just the citizens. Everyone.
All right.
They had to know that the people who are supposed to lead the city were trying to kill a bunch of people and then tear down their homes.
Can I do an insight check? Because I believe that he's telling the truth. I just want to know if he's telling everything that he did.
Is he
or like
holding
if
anything back? or-
Yeah, or if he's like making it sound better than it was. Like, oh, I tried to warn people versus I charmed people. Like, I kind of want to know that distinction.
Okay, make an insight check.
Okay. 17?
17. If he's hiding things, it's probably things he considered non-important.
Okay.
So there might be more details, but
But he's
noth-
given us the
but
gist
he's
of it.
giving you yeah.
Cool.
Hmm.
And he seems defeated. He almost seems, as he's talking, you can definitely tell through his body language that there's some form of catharsis through it.
Hmm.
That he's feeling like he's able to relax telling someone.
Yeah.
No.
Look, Dumand, we believe you, but I do not know what else to do.
The
I'm just afraid they're gonna try to pivot this around to get their plans through anyway. I don't know what's happening in the city right now. I haven't been there for a few days.
well, the only one we know has plans otherwise is the scrapped one, right?
It's interesting you mention that. Because I was just thinking, if the plan was to drop it on the Rusted Commons, that's right next to the scrapyard. I don't think that would be something the scrapped one would want. He's for the downtrodden folk, the unfortunate folk. The Rusted Commons reflects that as well. However, if he was in or knew of the plan to drop the whale, it wouldn't be too hard to just drop it early. Drop it on a more expensive part of the city.
I still don't understand this whole expensive and poor and why people are treating people so differently.
Because people who have wealth and power don't want to lose it. And they fear that if the people who don't have money and power gain even a little bit, it might take away a bit from them. It's just greed.
I don't understand. It's like, it reminds me of the people who used to try and take the coins off Eobard, and I'd always have to scare them off. I was like, you got your own. You didn't have to take none from nobody. And everybody shares and looks after each other anyway, so why do they do these things?
If everyone thought the same way you did, Forrest, the world would be well, it would be good and bad.
Whoa.
No, I just got the thought of everyone holding hands and dancing together, and it was just like, oh.
I do not dance.
I never danced with any of them.
But it would be a step in the right direction.
Dumand, what does it mean to re-educate someone?
Re-educate?
Not in the context of the word, in the context of the city. Do you know?
Yes, but it's are they going to re-educate me?
Yes. That is why I want to know.
I see.
What does that mean?
It means to make someone disappear and tell everyone they know that you've gone somewhere else.
Who wants to do that? Did because I can't remember. Were we told by someone?
Actually, Harold mentioned it. He said, like, the re-education process for Dumand, but he made it sound really nice, and then I clocked onto it, and I was like, I don't trust that. So, yeah. And Mirelle kind of takes a deep breath and clenches her fists and goes, I do not like people who make other people disappear.
Disappearing is normally not very nice, no.
What if maybe you're sending them to a better place?
Well, maybe Harold honestly doesn't know. I feel like there's a lot going on in the city that's not great.
If it's something bad, I'm sure Harold wouldn't know. Otherwise, he wouldn't do it.
You would be surprised what good people will do or won't do.
Yeah, they might become murderers.
Oh, like Trish.
I'm not a murderer.
You got it. You understood it.
I am not a murderer.
Is that why you were telling me that I should just yield? And he looks at Trish.
Trish is looking at the group. And
I don't fault you. I still consider if that might be the best way out, but part of me wants to remain hopeful. I can't stay in here forever, but I can tell that if I go outside, it's not going to be good.
Trish telepathically talks to him now
Ooh.
and goes, You have three choices. The choice is yours. You stay here for the rest of your life, out of the sunlight, out of the moonlight, out of danger, away from everyone. You go back to the city. Don't know what will happen. Could be good things, could be bad things. There is no definitive answer. Or you can die. By dying, you won't suffer. You won't feel pain. None of this is any more of your problems.
All of you just see Dumand look between Trish and the entrance to the cavern and sighs. My heart tells me I should go back. To try to get the truth out there. But I can't leave during the night.
Oh, of course.
But I'm afraid I'm too far gone, and I'm. If you hadn't tied me up, I'm pretty sure I would have tried to leave against my own will, even. It's strange, really, when you know something's bad for you, but you still can't help wanting it. Morbid curiosity, really.
No, don't I know that?
You feel the urge to run out there.
Don't know how to explain it, but it feels like if I do, it's like a homesickness, a nostalgia, like everything will be solved for me if I do.
It will
But
not.
I've heard what happens, and nothing good comes from it.
I understand. Sometimes we have feelings that aren't for the best for us. We'll look out for you and make sure you don't go out.
Thank you.
Dumand, if we... Not saying I'm going to. But let's say you either don't make it back to the city, or we do get you back to the city, and you get carted off by the guard, you get re-educated, whatnot. If we were to continue poking and prodding, do you know anyone we could go speak to?
Yes. The people who got me out of the city should maybe have some information. In the Rusted Commons, there's a place called Daughters of Flame.
Well.
Oh, we know that place very well.
All right,
Isn't that
well,
where we're
that's
staying?
old news.
Wait. I think I know who you're going to bring up, but continue.
Well, all of them, really. I guess some people would call them vigilantes. They don't really do... They make sure the people are treated fairly. Even if their methods are a bit violent sometimes.
So they can be trusted.
Yes. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have made it out of the city or had enough food to make it this far.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
If Dumand goes back to the city, it seems likely bad things are going to happen to him.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Noted.
But I'm willing to take that fall if it makes things better for the rest.
Well, now hold on. If we didn't find you, you would be dead by this point, or at least something else. Is that right?
I would probably be you'd probably find me sitting on the side of the road, staring at the moon for the rest of eternity.
This phenomenon, is it known? Relatively?
Yeah.
Like, if we presented to
Yeah,
Harold
it's
saying,
become more common. Yes, it's... I don't know, Harold. Maybe.
But if we just presented Harold proof that we found you in that state, then could we
They'd
not
probably
say we
assume me
never found?
dead, yeah.
Then we could go back, our community service done, and we would be free to investigate. Because again, I would like to know who dropped the freaking whale on me.
It is not a whale, it is a leviathan.
It was dropped on me, and that's what matters.
No. Morel knows the difference between fish now, Tinker.
Oh,
She says it's a leviathan, it's a leviathan.
sorry, Leviathan.
It is fine, you can call it a whale.
Yes.
Are you thinking of presenting the handprint?
Oh, yes. Dumand is then free to make his own decision. I know how it feels to have decisions taken out of your hands, so I feel like it's best. If we take him back, he dies or disappears. We leave him here, he dies or disappears. What's the difference? He
I
doesn't
just-
seem like a dangerous sort.
I just had an idea.
What is it?
You know all the things that you put down on paper and they say words to you?
A letter?
Hey, I think that's right. You put the words that I can read on a paper or something.
Like a cipher?
I don't know what that is either, but
Those are letters you cannot read.
like
that helps.
if you did the thing on the bit of paper that has all the information that you wanted to say, and we could present that as like your last words.
That
As
way
if you
your
knew.
message gets out,
You were going.
and possibly we
He
can...
looks down at his hands. Even if I could hold a quill or a pen, I'm afraid I'm not quite capable of writing anymore.
Is this like a passphrase or something that only you and the Daughters of Flame would know?
Maybe.
Well, I was thinking of something to give to Harold that would perhaps clear his reputation, because Forrest learned what reputation is just recently.
Yeah.
I can't help but think, Forrest, that clearing Dumand's reputation would require first finding out who did this. And while I'm sure Harold would be sympathetic, given his position, he might not be able to help.
There's a big chance he'll side with the city.
Perhaps, but if you think the truth is important, that maybe that's a way to do it without...
The truth is always important.
Well, there
Absolutely.
But, and Morel kind of looks at Forrest, we may need to lie to get to the truth.
you go. I don't understand.
If we want to follow Dumand's lead, then we may need to tell Harold that Dumand is dead, so that we...
Oh no, we don't have to do that. We just say that he's turned to crystal and look at him.
Technically, that's not a
That
lie.
is-
He did turn to crystal.
It's
All
very
right,
plain.
if you're happy to work on technicalities, then, well...
I don't know what the technicality is, but he's clearly crystal.
What do you think of that, Dumand?
I think it's very likely that I become completely crystallized within a couple of days anyway if I don't have help. I have tried to reach out, but it might take a couple of days before someone gets here. could show up tonight, could show up tomorrow.
Is it someone from the Daughters of Flame? They are coming?
No, they wouldn't go this far into the mountains. It'd be suspicious if they didn't have a good reason to.
Okay.
No, there's someone who travels. I called for help.
Well then, we stay here the night. We then leave you in the morning. We leave you with rations. We leave you with the best chance you have. We go back to the city. We have your notes. We have a possible passphrase. We have evidence to state that you turned into crystal. And
Yeah, I think that
happens.
might be the best idea.
And all the information that you want to pass on, you let us know, and whether you write it or we write it for you, we can get your truth to the people who matter.
I do not know enough about the moon, but if you have someone coming, like a merchant,
Yes, I was going to ask if
I have
she
an
might have
opportunity.
anything.
Oh, the one with the thing.
I have an opportunity that I will not take. And Morel pulls out the piece of paper that she bought. That is the seal with, like, that you guys did and I never did.
Oh yeah.
And she just says, I do not know if it will help, but at least it will not cost you anything. Well, maybe a drop of blood.
How do you mean?
Oh, I bought this from the night merchant.
Oh,
And I just thought if she was coming, maybe she could let you know if it would help. And if not, well, maybe you can sell it back for a coin or two.
all right. Yes, I was going to ask if she might have anything at all to help in
who's
any
coming
way.
for you?
I've called,
Ah,
but I don't know when she'll show up. Just hoping she'll arrive before I depart.
Well, if you get desperate, what
I
was
don't
it?
think I can get more
of blood?
desperate.
A drop of blood and put it under your pillow. Sleep on it.
All right.
I do not know more than that.
And then what happens?
You get a good opportunity.
oh yes, you'll meet someone in your sleep, and I'll offer you a deal.
Really?
Hey, I did it. Tinker did it.
Did you meet the same person?
No, we
no,
met different
no.
people. Apparently, it was based on which one we chose. I didn't know
Oh,
which
and
one.
which one is this then? And
Nice
looks at the
smelling
paper you're holding.
It
The
was
one
the
that
night.
he met, and she points to Forest.
Ah, right. Well, it's a reminded me a little bit of myself, if I'm honest. Seemed like a good folk.
Do you think I'll get the same opportunity as you, or
Who knows?
I don't
do not
know
know.
if it's the same as me, but maybe you can talk to him and you can find out.
If
You
nothing
didn't.
else,
You didn't
ask
have to
fun.
accept. He said it's up to you, so you can at least talk to him. No harm. Oh,
You know
and then he
what?
said you
More-
can always.
more information always helps.
And he said if you change your mind, you can always shred the bit of paper and eat it afterwards, and that cancels the whole
Why
thing.
eat it though? That is
I
so
don't know.
strange.
Look, I didn't make the rules, Mirel. I just.
I just work here.
I just work here.
All
Look,
right.
I get paid
Well,
hourly. It's not enough for this crap.
Well, I think we have a plan, and I'm getting tired. So, if we're gonna jot down all these notes that's knocking around in your noggin, we'll do it now. And then I'm going to bed. That little corner over there looks particularly comfortable.
Well, if it's
All
all
right.
right with you all, I might just start sleeping now and get it out of the way.
I'll take first watch and get all these notes down.
All right.
Wake me up when you're ready then. Snuggle, snuggle. Lie down.
So, is everyone getting ready for a long rest?
Yes.
Is what I'm
Yes.
understanding? And
Yes,
Tinker
I
wants to
think
take
so.
first watch.
Tinker will take first watch, and while doing so, he will write down the information that Dumand
Okay.
has passed.
Will you be asking any extra questions? Because I don't think we want to RP through it all.
Not particularly, no.
It's just if you'll ask for more information.
The information that we got so far is pretty
I think
good.
I think we would want to know like any specific names and things like that, right? Like that he can remember, as far as like
Yeah.
people that he talked to that can corroborate the information and
He will
things of
also
that
tell
nature.
you the passcode that he mentioned.
Ooh, yep.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yes, yep.
He will say, if you mention Anvil to the Daughters of Flame.
Ah, okay. Love it, love it.
Yes.
Excellent.
mhm.
But I will, otherwise, I'll make sure you get an actual document that I will make a
beautiful.
handout.
Ah, thank you. I was ready to
Yay!
start typing, but that's good.
So, so as you're writing everything down, Tinker,
Mhm.
a couple of hours pass. The rest of you are trying to sleep. Morel,
Mm.
do you sleep away from the group? Does Trish sleep away from the group?
Trish,
Forrest, I assume, just rolls over next to the fire
Mhm,
and
mhm.
just head on pillow snoring ensues.
Yep, pretty much.
Chris would be
Yeah.
partly away from everyone, but not too far.
Morel would be a little farther because she's just a little worried. Yeah. She just doesn't want to, accidentally explode
Mm, yeah.
or anything like that. So she'll try and be on her own until it's her watch, and then she'll maybe
Okay.
watch from a little bit further away. Yep.
Tinker, you're taking down everything that Dumand is saying, and it's becoming apparent that he keeps getting distracted, looking towards the entrance. Like he'll lose track of what he was saying. He'll look away. He'll almost just nearly catatonic. He'll
Every
be
time he
looking
does
towards the exit.
that Tinker would take a small pebble and just sort of throw it at his face. Wait, you job to do.
And he sort of, sorry, yes. And he goes back into explaining, and he tells you pretty much anything of import. If you ask follow-up questions, he'll fill in. And it gets to the point where you start feeling like maybe it's your turn to sleep.
Well,
And he snaps the book shut.
this is all very, very interesting, but even little kobolds need to get some shut eye.
That's
Ooh,
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Now,
Ooh.
just don't go running off into the moonlight, all right? We're giving you this chance.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I did blow off half your arm with a cannon just for you to run off and stare at the moon.
Yeah, about that, I want to say thanks, but
It's
also
okay. No thanks is needed. No,
part of me
just-
wants to. Okay, I have
Well,
I'm a little bit impressed, but also what the fuck?
impressed, you say? Tinker sort of settles back down. Impressed, you say? Well,
Yeah. That
it's
was-
not often I get a chance to fire a cannon point blank at someone. You know, in the
I
little
can't say I would recommend it to
Oh, gosh,
anyone. It was not pleasant.
No. Did we mention in the little scuffle that got us into this situation, I killed a man on a roof with the cannon on the ground. Fired it straight up at him. Boom! Hole in chest. Sent him flying.
And that's why you got sent here to find me?
Oh, yes. We got attacked by some people who are under orders from a person linked to the person that you're talking about.
I must be very tired. Who?
Oh, it's kind of like, you got, the strings here and there, and they're all interconnecting. It's all very complicated.
Then who attacked you?
People with mechanical arms and legs and eyes. Damn it, I didn't get that eye. I really wanted that eye.
I mean, there's a lot of people in Hague who's got prosthetics.
Oh, you're thinking I might get another chance at another eye?
You were going to bed, I think.
I was. And now I'm just thinking about all the... Oh, I've still got the sign!
Tinker just remembered he's still got the sign bot in the bag of holding.
Oh my god.
It was meant to be the distract. I'm here, sitting here talking when I should have been making the distract. Well, have to be tomorrow night then. Anyway, I better go get someone up. Who's taking second watch?
Tinker comes over, sort of starts nudging Trish.
Trish, wake up!
Hmm.
Trish, wake up!
I am the hero.
Tinker goes to, he sort of like, he gets a little water canteen, the water flask, and he dips his finger into it, goes to Trish, where Trish's ear is.
Wet Willy.
Wet Willy!
Oh my god.
She rolls over with a fist ready. And like, but just before I noticed it was you, she's
Next time, wake up when I'm just softly calling your name.
I didn't even hear you call my name. I was
Oh,
in a very good dream.
I
Thank you.
know, Miss Hero.
But hello, did anyone call him my name? And that's where we're gonna end for today. As a stepping into the cave with a backpack that impressed every tinker ever. We see a very familiar figure as we see the satyr. Serena Lasagne steps in.
I think I'm
Oh,
getting
Serena.
Serena?
Beautiful.
Hello? Did anyone call my name?
We certainly did.
Oh, mademoiselle, your name never left my lips.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Oh no, Forrest, we mustn't.
Okay. This is definitely one of Trish's fan fiction.
Can you walk home if you're already home? No, you gotta walk home again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
You gotta leave and then you gotta walk back home. Yeah. That's what's gotta happen. Oh man.
Wow. Yeah. So
Well done, us. We did our first
Yeah, we
session of
did.
Sammantis ER. Not well, but we did it with cannons and a hammer.
Cannon,
imagine like
hammers,
I
swords.
saved someone's arm with a cannon.
Imagine if we just had our like big healing group. Like this wouldn't have been a problem, but no, we had a hammer and a cannon and a whole lot of gusto.
And a dream.
And a dream. And a dream.
Yes, Tinker's dream to fire that cannon as many times as humanly possible.
Ah, that was great. Honestly,
Imagine
shoving the extra energy into your cannon was delightful and exactly what I wanted to.
You
It's
know,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You know what you've done? You've unlocked Tinker's thoughts now. What other energies can you put into the cannon and then fire it?
Oh, baby, you want a list? Hold on. You want a list?
I mean, I do have a list, but
Oh, no,
mean,
no, you don't. Chaos Bolt can be literally anything.
107 damage types.
Yeah,
as
like
well.
there's so much. There's
Mm.
psychic. We could have a psychic damage.
okay. So if we can somehow bottle up Morel's Chaos Bolts and
Oh
then
my god.
Well,
use it as
I
Or-
didn't
or what
get
if you
a.
make
Hold
the
on.
handheld version, give it to Morel? Say hello to my little friend.
Here's the thing, though. We don't know exactly what the deal is with the spell canister that we picked up yet.
That's true.
True.
And that sounds an awful lot like something you could stick a spell in and then load into a cannon, is all I'm saying.
You could totally do that. And then
I mean,
it
it's got
might be
can
it
in
might be
the name,
almost
you know?
as stable as Morel isn't. So like, I wouldn't.
Before
trust
we get on,
yourself.
before we get on tangents, I also do want to verbally shout out Tabletop Obscura. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you
Oh,
so much.
thank
for
you.
Look at all
coming
these
in.
amazing people coming by today.
Yes, I love our
Everyone.
We've
TTRPG
had
friends.
such
We-
beautiful friends come.
I did want to wrap up with Serena showing up, so we ended a few minutes earlier. So we have some Q&A time. I understand if Orb has to run off to Betty Boo, Sleepy Pie. He does have work in the morning, I believe.
I do work tomorrow.
So do I. Wait, do we
Orb
all?
works earlier than the rest of us, so
It's true.
I think we all work tomorrow.
Not me.
That's fair.
well, you heard it here
I mean,
first.
you
folks.
have a
We're gonna
doctor's
Continue
note.
the stream all the way through the night.
Welcome to Sammantis After
Circus
Dark.
of values.
Wow. I don't sleep. This is true.
But
I
yeah.
don't sleep. I don't need
Good
sleep.
night, Orby. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Night,
You're
all.
muted. You are so muted.
I'm just gonna let you know the cat is around, so I will turn the camera off.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
okay.
That's,
got
that's
you.
honestly fair and valid. You're valid.
Alright,
You're valid.
no.
That'll be.
Good night.
Night.
So around this time, we do have a little Q&A. If people have any questions or just want to chat, wanna do some speakums. And players as well. This is a time where player asks questions about things that have happened.
Yeah, I actually have a question about
It cannot be about cuties.
No, it wasn't. I wanted to know how many hit points the crystal had.
50.
50.
Oh.
Nice.
Wow.
How much was it
But it
healing
also-
per turn?
5.
Oh my god.
So you only really made progress when you got more than 5.
Yep. But it's still
But,
important to
yeah.
be getting those chips in every time to like keep
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
keep it
It's,
level.
And it's immune to mundane weapon damage. So it was just but you had so many chances for different damage types. The damage type versatility in this party is amazing.
We've got literally
Got
everything. I
everything
think.
covered.
Like, I don't think
Mostly.
there's a damage type we can't cover.
There isn't a damage type that I
Necrotic?
can do.
Oh,
No,
I
I
don't
haven't got
think
that.
Morel's
Necrotic
got
and
that.
Radiant.
Does
I've got
Chaos
that.
Bolt?
Oh wait, hold on.
I thought the hand thing that Morel did in our last fight.
No, it's that's lightning.
No.
Wait,
The one
wait.
with the hand.
Oh
sticking out of
no,
the
yeah,
ground.
she's got the arms
Yeah,
of
I've got
Hadar.
necrotic.
Arms of
Oh.
Dark.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do we?
got
So do we
necrotic
have? Are we
covered.
missing Radiant then?
Oh, maybe.
Because
Wait,
normally
there should be
Paladin
Radiant.
would have it, but like we've switched it out in
Yes.
for Forest.
I think you have access to spells that can deal radiant damage.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Not at the moment,
I
though.
don't think I can
But
do any radiant.
Forest's smite deals thunder damage. Yeah.
Love thunder damage.
Oh, thunder damage was the right choice there. Yeah, no, I don't have radiant, but I think I have most other things. What else is there? There's just like. 1, 2,
I mean,
3,
you got
4,
the
5,
fire,
6,
the cold,
7,
you
8.
definitely
Is there
have
just
acid.
9? No, 10? There's 10 types? I got 9 out of 10. 90% ain't bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's
Pretty good.
a good
Oh,
one.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
and I love seeing Pabor in chat, just at
Just
the
going, "Oh, no."
edge of his seat, knowing exactly
Uh-oh.
what's going on with some of the things. Because Pabor. Oh shit! Here we go. I just
being
want to say
reported
that
to the medical board.
as a person authorized by the Danish Board of Patient Safety, I was not pleased by the continued medical procedure after the patient withdrew consent, and I will be reporting this.
They were delirious, Pebble.
Like-
They didn't know what
Yeah.
they were saying.
Hold still, there's a cannon coming.
We need a better medical implement.
They didn't have sufficient
the hammer's
faculties.
not doing it. Let me get my cannon.
We here at the Natural 30s absolutely
Do not
do not
endorse this kind of behavior.
But as Tinker Slobbersnout, oh boy, do I endorse it.
Well, look, as Mirel, I don't endorse it or not endorse it. I just go along with the easiest way, and whatever looks like it's working. So
She
that's
doesn't
what we
care
want.
enough to have an opinion.
Honestly, she was like, well, if he's gonna stop, then he's just gonna turn to Crystal, fine.
Yeah.
And then they were like, nope, we're gonna cannon him, and I was like, I guess I'll add to it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
there was no thought process besides.
Yeah.
We're just lucky.
The forest is just
Happy to be there.
He's happy to be there.
Person in need must help.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like they already asked for help, and so he's going to continue to help.
I will help until you're helped.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what if is this a Baymax situation? If Dumand had said, "I'm satisfied with your help," would you have stopped?
Maybe actually.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I don't know. Once Tinker pulled the cannon out, the job was being finished one way or another, I feel.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that cannon was gonna
he was
do.
not putting the cannon back prematurely.
No.
No, even after it all settled down, Tinker still kept the cannon out as
Yeah.
like, you know, he was just like,
Yeah.
you know, subconsciously like stroking the cannon and, you know, giving it little scritches behind the chin and whatnot.
Weird, but alright.
It's a good backpack cannon.
Little sus, but
Yeah,
I'll
I
allow it.
wasn't prepared to put the bolt straight on him because I was like, this is gonna go wrong. But once you pulled the cannon out, I was like, all right, we've got aim. Someone's aiming. I don't have to be the aimer. I can just
If you had
apply the
not pushed
firepower.
though, if Tinker had
Yeah.
missed that attack,
I would have not been happy
I would
with
have been
the
sad. I mean, I could have done it one more time, to be fair, but like,
Yeah. We also got the first use of spell mastery.
yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot that was a
which was
thing, and I
good.
like it.
Wait, what?
Like-
Oh, sorry, Lifespan had a question.
Oh.
I'm looking.
Oh.
Is it about walking home? Because you gotta leave and then you can walk back home.
Something better.
No, when does your vacation start? When can we take a scooting trip?
I got one more week. I got one more week of work. My vacation
Sounds
starts at
delightful.
3:30 p.m. on Friday, pretty much.
I've got 2 weeks till my vacation, Josie. By vacation, I mean
We gotta have our birthday battle.
we are gonna have our birthday battle.
Yeah.
We got to figure out, chat. Whether we need to figure out an idea for a birthday battle, because for those of you who don't know, Josie and I, our birthdays are essentially on the same day.
Still think you should have a
You-
Digimon quiz. I still think
I'm
you
sorry.
should.
Digimon quiz would be so good.
I think you
I'm
should.
actually scared of that now. I suggested it. Now I'm scared of it. and
'Cause-
now-
'cause
Yeah,
we-
but
we-
like, it'd be so good.
I tried to pull out really like in convoluted question, but I got it wrong. I thought I was right, and
Yeah, but I
then
had to
Ozzy
Google
proved me
it.
wrong.
I'd Google it though. It was, it was.
Oh, Lars
Oh,
Ben
Lars
and Cuddly make
I
Digimon quiz.
know nothing about Digimon,
That's
so
good,
I will
because it'd be
supply
cool.
nothing, but
It'd be
that
cool.
I would love to. Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you know?
I do want to vent a little bit just
Okay,
about
vent
the
to
fact
me.
that Pabor and Lars Ben both play in the Daughters of Flame campaign, where they are like eye level deep in political intrigue in the city of Hague. Like that's all the campaign is about, is like the political players and the factions within the city,
Oh yeah.
and just the amount of shit going on.
And here's Tinker, who just
Yeah.
wants to know who dropped a whale on him. That's all he
Yeah.
wants. That's
Yeah,
all he
yeah.
wants.
Who could
Yeah.
have done it, really?
And Morella just wants to know who dropped the whale. Period.
Yeah.
Like she's not worried about it being on her. She's like, but just don't drop it next time. Don't even bring it.
Don't drop the one.
Just like leave it in the ocean. Why do you want it?
Yeah.
Just leave it where it's supposed to be.
No,
Do you want a big fish? No.
No.
I'm still definitely on the camp of someone who was in on the plan of sabotaging the Rusted Commons. Like someone in on that plan wants to turn that plan around back on the elite of the city. And I think.
Oh my God! It's almost like someone has said they want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's leading back to the scrapped one again, obviously. But
I mean,
that would be the obvious thing at this point. Is
like that's fair enough. I don't even.
And I mean, they are in a
I'd
high
do
enough
it, too.
position that they would.
You might as well drop it on the.
You know.
What did they drop it on? Heights of Ingenuity or whatever. I'd drop it on them too.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Heights of Ingenuity.
like
Well,
if
because-
you look at the map, you could definitely be like they could have
Yeah.
been trying to drop it on the heights.
They
of
were
Ingenuity.
well because that's also where the Dragonborn friend working for the higher up person, who was it again? I
Vanya.
wrote it down. Yeah,
And then
they were probably
Trish
trying
built
to
the
drop
whole
it on
thing.
Vanya, right?
Kill us. Oh.
Oh my God! And Trish was told to go to a place where you
Yeah.
got ambushed.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we knew that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
totally knew.
yeah, we're on
alright.
this now. So we got.
Nice.
I kind of want a little bit. Can someone just tell me I did good with all of this? Like,
Oh yeah, we're probably not even
Puppeteer
halfway
planning? I don't
into
know.
it. Like
I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
part
all
of me
here
knew
for
that
it.
Dumand would be like a nice guy because like I didn't
yeah,
trust.
he was
the
just
city, but
genuinely a nice guy.
He was just genuinely a nice guy.
Yeah,
Nice guy.
I was like, I hope we don't take him back because he seems like he's actually got a good head on
Well,
him.
that's why Tinker was like, no, let's not take him back.
Yeah.
He's either gonna live or die on his own volition. So
You guys want to know a secret?
Mhm.
I can tell you now because okay, so if we were gonna take him back as a party, Mirel was definitely gonna let him go in the night and just pretend like have him slice her or something and make it look like an accident.
Letting him go in the night though is a little short-sighted. He just immediately crystallize.
Well, I didn't know he was crystallized. This was last week that I made the
Oh.
plan, and then I was like,
gotcha.
oh, okay, now I can't do that. But
Yeah.
yeah. But that was the
Fair.
plan until I was like, oh no, the moon. Well,
The moon.
the moon
The
is evil.
moon.
That old
The moon
thing.
is
Hey,
evil.
I wonder if someone's gonna point out the fact that Mirel is Lunarkin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
look, why do you
Oh, I
think I
mean,
was staying away
we're all
from the
thinking it.
crystals?
We're all thinking it.
We're all
Yeah,
thinking.
all
We're all
thinking
thinking it. Yeah.
We're all side-eyeing,
Sorry,
wondering
sorry,
if she's
I'm-
gonna.
If she starts
If you
howling
catch
at the
me looking
moon,
up-
bring her inside. All right.
Yeah. Like, no, Morel, we come inside at midnight. Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't think the
no,
moon's
we don't look
evil.
up.
I think it's benign. It's just one of those natural forces, right?
Mm.
That
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
just
I did.
is.
Yeah, Pabor's the Daughters of Flame party have had some lore drops about the moon, and they were not
Mhm.
happy about what they learned.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look, okay, look.
Tinker's
If
just-
Morel stares at the moon too, you have my full permission to use the cannon, okay? If it starts happening, full permission.
What,
blow me
blow up the moon?
Blow me up.
blow up
Yep.
the moon.
Yeah,
Done.
blow up the moon.
Tinker's on it.
Hey, do you want to
Blow
hear a
up
fun
the
fact?
moon.
I'm gonna tell you a fun fact that I've also told the Daughters of Flame campaign. There is a person out there in the world of Sammantis whose life goal is to blow up the moon.
Tinker's life goal is
Oh
to
my
find that
God.
person now.
Nice.
Mirella signed a
Okay,
waiver.
So we're
Yeah, because
we're
I
blowing up the moon.
I can mention that Verity, who you've seen a couple of times, who shooed Tinker away from the furniture store, she had crystal horns and the crystal bits on her skin.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
did mention that.
You did mention that, and I totally thought it was a different type of tiefling. I thought it was just
She's
like a
half-
different in
she's
the
half-
world.
She's half what we in world would call outsider and half lunarkin.
So she got a little crystallizing.
I just assumed
done.
that I didn't even connect the crystal to being a moon thing.
Me?
I just thought it was a neat little flourish.
We're getting more.
Lore.
Love lore.
Wow.
Fucking love lore.
Yeah, she also always wears really long ball gown gloves,
Mm.
just for that reason. And she has a cool mom. She has 2 moms.
Oh,
Oh,
which one's the
Yeah.
cool one though? You just said she has
Both.
Okay.
both are cool. Let's go.
Oh.
Both are cool.
double
One
cool
of
moms.
them sells black market magical items.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh, I mean, where? What? Oh no, terrible. Wow, where would we find that shop? No.
Speaking of terrible, I'm going to pivot us in a terrible way.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna want to know where we're rating.
No,
Oh,
I want to
no?
plug the channel for a second because due to all the wonderful raids and new friends we've met, we are currently 2 followers away from 200 followers.
Oh, no way.
So if there's anyone out there who has
now's your chance
enjoyed...
to unfollow, and we'll
No,
have
no,
those
no, 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 no.
refollow. It'll be really funny, trust me.
But if there's anyone out there lurking in chat and you've enjoyed our banter, enjoyed the game, or just go, you know what, that Australian guy, he's got some decent hair. So make sure you hit that follow button. You know,
Which one? There's 3 of you.
Orby.
Okay.
Orby had a quick important question. Are you tallying your
Yeah.
kills on the side of the cannon?
Oh god, does the cannon have notches in its belt?
one.
Oh,
He does. He killed one
there it
guy.
does. Thank you.
Thank you
Nice.
so much.
Right.
And for anyone, while we're on that train, for anyone who wants to catch up on previous episodes, go
Mhm.
check out our YouTube where we have all the VODs for this campaign and last campaign.
Yes, and on top of them being on YouTube, we also have them in podcast format everywhere you can find podcasts. So they're on Apple Podcasts, they're on Spotify, they're on Google, they're on Amazon. Just search for Natural 30s there, and you can also find all of them there in case you like to listen to stuff while you're on the go. They're usually like 1 week behind, so you won't be able to get the most recent one
Chris?
because they come up
Chris,
after
is
the
that
YouTube.
your own
But,
account?
but yeah,
Chris?
Also a
Chris
good way.
from Some Other Heroes
Oh,
just
God,
followed with
That's 200.
his own protocol.
yay!
Which I want to plug again that the Some Other Heroes campaign is so good. I genuinely love the lore and their characters are wonderful. Just give it a shot.
Oh, look at that! You guys
It's
got
worth it.
you guys got DM approval. Damn!
Thank you.
dang.
Yeah, you get that
It's really
hydrated.
good, and they got some really cool lore as well. Like, it's great. Because they, what's it called? The Scattered Lands, and it's all about the world was so dangerous, and I think there's like toxic fumes, so they took all like land and just shunted it up into the air. So it's
Oh, yeah,
only
cool.
Sky Islands.
That
We
seems
love
fair.
a good
that's,
Sky Island.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Love Sky Islands.
I'm looking forward to
It's
getting
so
to our
good.
own Sky Islands, actually.
Tinker was given his own Sky Island. Yes, he would turn it into a giant cannon. Yes, that's
He would.
absolutely.
Honestly,
What's the
and
point of
as
having
well,
a
he
floating island
should.
if you don't
Wouldn't
mount a cannon?
pilot around.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
100%.
You gotta fly it, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if Mirelle was given a Sky Island, she would be like, "Where's
What are
the
you
water
doing with the
though?"
skyline?
And then like, "What do you do here? Are there air fish?" Like, I'm not impressed. And go back to
I believe
land.
there are airfish. They're
Are
called-
there
They're called
airfish?
birds.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm leaving. I'm walking home. Goodbye.
Flying. No, hold on.
Yeah,
Just let me take note. Oh wait, I don't have to. I already have plans for flying leviathans.
Well, I mean,
Now look what you've done, Rohan. Now look what you've done.
Leviathans, if
Fly
you will.
by.
Fly.
Oh, I will.
Leviathans.
Leviathans, that's even better. Yeah,
Skyfish
yeah,
are a thing. Yeah, it's
The
so
biggest
good.
of the skyfish.
Biggest of the skyfish. No,
I
yeah,
hate
but
it here.
I'm looking forward to next week. For the stragglers still around before right away, we are having one of our players go on a hiatus coming up. So don't cry next week when Mirelle maybe does something. Because Cuddly is going back to the old country to meet the old family.
To the motherlands.
Oh my
She's-
gosh.
She's going to the moon.
I'm going
Oh,
to
no.
the moon, guys. I'm going to the moon.
Not the moon.
I know we just
We
got done with
just
the moon, but I am
learned.
in fact visiting
The moon
the
is
moon.
evil.
so- The moon is fine. You just have to talk to it nicely.
Tinker
So
has
just-
got a page in his notebook where he's just drawn a big circle. There's an arrow on it, and it says moon, and then in brackets is evil.
Does it have a frowny
Cuddly-
face on it?
Yes.
Oh my god. Cuddly will be unavailable for, I believe it is 4 sessions. And during that time, Mirel might get up to other things. She might be autopiloted. We'll see. Cuddly and I are talking in the background. So just be aware. Oh my god. Wettest Orb? Stop pointing your
Go to
guns
bed,
at us.
Orby.
Yeah, you would go
Yeah.
Go to bed, Orb.
Go to bed.
Although, speaking of going to bed.
Going back to the
Yes.
Paleolithic era, Cuddly?
shit.
Oh,
Oh
my lord.
shit, that seems a bit too. I mean, yeah, I could go there. Yeah,
That's a
no,
long
I
way
will. I will, in fact.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah.
You will, in
Thanks.
fact.
Thanks. I will. I will enjoy. Have a
But
great time.
I guess, yeah, the segue is happening. Where are we raiding out to?
Oh
Oh,
my god.
that was a great segue. Whoa, I never even saw it
What a
coming.
segue. What
You've
a
got
segue.
several beautiful choices,
That's true. That's true.
Each one
which
more
Josie is
beautiful
gonna
than
choose. I'm kidding. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, it's been a couple weeks now. We're going back to basics.
Mhm.
Everyone, please feel free to use our raid message as we're going to Penny Meowie. We haven't been there in forever.
Mhm.
We have a funny little friendship with Penny, who will be rolling some dice. I will be taking the one that Pavor's host made.
Oh, that's
Let me have those.
Yeah, that's I'll actually
Trish
make sure to
one.
change that.
Yeah, or at least put it in so we got the one for subs and one with not for
Yeah.
subs. Also, you got a moon emote there, Roju.
Oh,
There's a
Pretty
mood.
cool.
I hate that. The moon is
Waxing
evil.
Gibbous moon. Oh my god. Everyone, thank you so much for today. This has been great, and we will see you all next time. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.